to Tana. Tana swings and drives it to deep right field. Going back is the right fielder Hill, and that one is gone! Watch it fly, Jose Tana on the top of the 10th. A nice little pass there to his man, and that's no good. By Daniels, now bringing it back up is McCollum. Will stop. 3 again. And again, he drains it. 11-2 Wizards. 3 threes in a row. Hands it off. Rodriguez up the middle. Touchdown, Commanders. Rodriguez with the touchdown run. Chris Rodriguez Jr. straight up the middle. Touchdown.
District Nation broadcasts are brought to you by Watch It Fly Media. Now, here's District Nation.
Welcome in, everybody, to District Nation. Thank you so much for tuning in. And now, during this game, the Washington Nationals will take on the Colorado Rockies for Game 2 of this 3-game series. Welcome, everybody. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help out the channel a little bit. And the Washington Nationals right here on a road trip. This is going to be kind of middle towards the end of the road trip now. Game 2 of the final series, so just 2 more to go. So the Nationals having a good series on the road so far. They're 3-1. They took the first series against the Athletics with 2 wins, and then they take the first one of this 3-game series with the Rockies, which is really great because this team is just looking good here. A lot of runs being scored, and the bullpen had good flashes yesterday. Looks like Sam's already here. Sam putting the Eagle in there. What's up, Sam? Good luck with your stream, District. I'll be back later on. Go Nationals. Let's go, Sam. Dan's here. What's up, Dan? He says, what's up, District? Yeah. Here we go, everybody. The Nationals. Second game of a 3-game series right here. They're going to face off with Michael Lorenzen, who does not have good numbers this year, 3-9 with a 6.22, but he might be a little more motivated. Michael Lorenzen once threw a no-hitter against the Washington Nationals. You've got to know something's motivating him right here. With what's going on here, he is motivated. He has good success against the Nationals. So at least he has one no-hitter, but that very next game when he pitched against them, Nationals got some hits on the board. So he isn't consistently good. It was kind of a miracle no-hitter where Michael Lorenzen had that no-hitter against the Nationals, and here he goes. Now, once again, this time, he'll face off with them in a game where this Nationals offense is significantly better than it was in 2023 when he no-hit them. This is a team that hits bombs now. That's the thing. They hit tanks, leader in home runs, and they had 3 home runs last night. And right here, the Washington Nationals have a decent bullpen too. As Dan says, Eddie Gein is back. Yeah, but the guy to talk about right here, the man who got the win yesterday, Riley Cornelio. 1 2/3, a couple walks, no strikeouts, but a win. His first big league victory. And then in the 7th, Matt Crook with an inning of work and a strikeout. So he gets a good 1-2-3 inning. And then Tom Cosgrove for the 9th. He pitches 2 innings. He pitches the 8th and the 9th, 10 pitches. First inning is a 4-pitch inning. Second inning is a 6-pitch inning. No strikeouts, complete contact. They put the ball in play 6 times, and every single time, it wasn't a hit. So good job by Tom Cosgrove. Mr. and Mrs. C are here briefly. Have to sign out soon as we have an early day tomorrow. And we'll watch the feed non-live tomorrow. You doing the 3 o'clock game tomorrow? Yes, Mr. and Mrs. C, we will be doing the 3 o'clock game tomorrow. I'm 99% sure we will be doing the 3 o'clock game tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. C, for tuning in and tuning in last night. Mr. C with us as Tom Cosgrove, not Tom Cruise was in my head for a second, but Cosgrove with his 10 pitches, 2 innings. So good job by Cosgrove. But yes, we will be doing the afternoon game tomorrow. So that'll be kind of drive time game, 3 to 6 p.m. Gonna have the drive time slot right there. The Washington Nationals right here on the road. They got 2 more to go, and if they win tonight, they can take this series from the Rockies, which would be really, really nice. Or rip a series out of their hands right there. Get it over with early, too. That's obviously something the Nationals can do, is win series. Maybe they can't sweep very well, but I think this is a series where it is not bad to ask for a sweep, especially against the Rockies. And once again, everybody, this is not a Rockies hat. This is an All-Star Game hat. I'll get closer to the camera right there. That's an All-Star Game hat from 2021 when it was in Colorado. I happened to be in Colorado during that All-Star Game, which was really awesome. So I got a hat. Tommy 10 pitch. Yeah, Mr. C, Tommy 10 pitch. Went to work. So today the Washington Nationals will pick Carson Palmquist as the opener. Meatball Michaelis will be the bulk relief. I mean, I like P.J. Pullen being his reliever, but obviously That's not available right now. You don't have P.J. Pullen. He's on the IL, so Carson Palmquist kind of the second option there, but a guy who, when he opens, can work 2-3 innings. He's almost a starter even, but here we go. I think this is a very sustainable game, I'd say. Something could happen right here. Anything could happen. He could be a 3-inning guy, or he can be a 4-inning guy even. He worked, I think, 3 1/3 one time as a starter. He could work 2-3 innings and then leave Meatball with 4 innings, 5 innings of work and get us to the 8th inning. So, again, let's go right back to this comment from Dan. Eddie Yean was announced a few hours ago that he was recalled. So, Eddie Yean back on the big league squad, a guy who did great in his debut. So, good job there. I mean, Eddie Yean's a good pitcher, so I'm excited to see him pitch again. A good sidearm thrower. He throws gas. He sits about 97, 98 from the side. Reminders of Wander Suero, in my opinion. And yeah, he's going to be good. So as we get going here, let's do the starting lineups right here. Get started with our starting lineups and batting order for tonight's game. Let's start with the home team, the Colorado Rockies. So we'll start it off with the Rockies, who are 40-62, dead last in the NL West, and 23.5 games out of first place. Leading off is going to be the left fielder, Jake McCarthy. Batting second is going to be Cole Carrick. He's the center fielder. Batting third is the catcher, Hunter Goodman. Batting fourth, the second baseman, Willie Castro. Batting fifth is going to be TJ Rumfield, the first baseman. Batting sixth is going to be the third baseman in today's game, Kyle Karros. Batting seventh is going to be the designated hitter, Mickey Moniak. Batting eighth is going to be the right fielder in today's game, Troy Johnston. And batting ninth is Ezekiel Tovar. Tovar will play shortstop. And on the mound for the Colorado Rockies, the home team is going to be Michael Lorenzen, a righty who's 3-9 with a 6.22 ERA. So 73 strikeouts over 97 innings, a 1.77 whip. He struggles a little bit, so let's see if the Nationals offense can get to him the way they got to the starter yesterday, Freeland. They put 3 runs on in the first. Once again for the Rockies, that's McCarthy, Carrick, Goodman, Castro, Rumfield, Karros, Moniak, Johnston, Tovar, with Lorenzen on the mound. And now, the starting lineup for your Washington Nationals for manager Blake Butera. Leading off, the right fielder, number 29, James Wood. Batting second, the first baseman, number 2, Luis Garcia Jr. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 8, Jose Tena. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 5, C.J. Abrams. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 45, Curtis Mead. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 4, Dalen Lyle. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 20, Keibert Ruiz. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 26, Nasim Nunez. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 30, Jacob Young. And on the mound for your Washington Nationals, number 51, Carson Palmquist. That is the starting lineup for your Washington Nationals. Let's get going, everybody. Charge! Here we go, everybody. Daxter's in here. What's up, Daxter? He says, what up, District? What up, Daxter? Thanks for tuning in. Here we go, everybody. We're just a couple minutes away from first pitch right here. Coors is better about getting us started on first pitch. Nationals get you started 2 or 3 minutes late. Coors getting right to it. To get us started here, one more thing to do. Our umpires for today's game. Behind the plate, calling balls and strikes will be Bruce Dreckman. At first is Clinton Vondrack. Second, Adam Hamari. And at third is Todd Tishner. Once again, that's Dreckman behind the plate. Vondrack at first, Hamari at second. And Tishner is your man at third base.
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo!
So here we go, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Help out the channel a little bit as we get this game going. The Washington Nationals will get us started first. So the Nationals will get it going first. James Wood will lead it off. Let's look at the numbers real quickly for Big James Wood at only the age of 23. I mean, this guy has been just great. That's the thing. He's been great over the first 101 games of the season. His average is high still, 271. On-base percentage of 401. With all the walks that this man is drawing, man, he just gets on base. I mean, last night still, he only had one hit, but he reached on a fielder's choice and drew a walk. And an OPS up to 954. Maybe he doesn't get a hit every time, but a guy who draws just so many walks. He got the game started last night with a walk. There's really only two options for James Wood. A guy who has 81 walks to start a game, there's really two things he does. There's a walk, and there's another option, but we're not going to say that right away. We don't want to jinx it just yet. And another number you might want to look at is the WRC+, which is a very good number to look at when just tracking players, looking at players a little bit. It's a number that really tracks all the stats, brings it to one number, 100 at average. WRC+, 158. He's 58 points better than the average guy, basically 100 being average. He's 158 on WRC+, so he is great. That's the thing. A great guy, a good hitter getting on base. If you're over 400 in on-base percentage, something is going right because that means you're hitting, but at the same time, you're getting on base, even if you're not hitting. You could have a sub-200 batting average if you're drawing walks and getting on base. You're not going to have too many actual at-bats if you do that, but a sub-200 batting average even could bring you a 400 on base. It's so impressive to see a guy like Wood get on base so much. As Michael Lorenzen ready to go here. He's got a changeup, a four-seamer, a sinker, a cutter, and a curveball. Hitters hit best against the fastball. His main pitch, though, you'll see is the changeup, but the slugging is the highest against the four-seam fastball. So if he starts an AB with a fastball, look out because you got to hit it. Michael Lorenzen did toss that no-hitter against the Nationals 3 years ago in 2023. He was on the Phillies. During that time, he will face James Wood to get this one underway. 271 average, 28 home runs, 66 runs driven in, 15 stolen bases. So if this man steals 15 over the next few months of the season, he could be a guy to enter the 30-30 for the Nationals. A guy to go 30-30 in just one of his first years in the league. First pitch to James Wood, and he swings and hits this one foul. Third base line, and we're underway here just 2 minutes late at 8:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just 2 minutes off the 8:40 start time. James Wood up to the plate. I mentioned that OPS, which is just sky high. Here's the pitch from Lorenzen to Wood. And that's outside, ball one. So Lorenzen throws the first ball of the evening. James Wood up to the plate. The big 6'6", 234 man. Huge, tall, got a lot of power in that swing. The 1-1 to Wood. Wood takes a changeup in there, called strike two. You'll see, maybe he takes a lot of balls, but he'll take a lot of strikes too. That's the thing. He's not just going to be looking at balls. He also strikes out a lot. A league leader in that as well. The 1-2 to Wood. Here's the pitch. Wood takes a slider low and inside. Ball two, so to be a 2-2 count. 2-2 here with no one gone. Top of the first. Just getting started from Coors Field. Lorenzen the wind. The 2-2 to Wood. Wood swinging a ground ball down the left field line, and that is foul. Ooh, Wood thought he had a nice hit right there. That one is foul. Down the left field line, though, he roasted one. Kind of waited back, still had to reach out a little bit, poke that one down the left field line. Just couldn't get a decent piece of it to go fair. If that had been fair, that's a triple probably for James Wood, the way he's been hitting. I mean, James Wood just barely hops the bag and foul. And this is a guy who has 52 extra base hits on the year. So, and that's out of his over 100 hits at 105. So almost half his hits are going for extra bases. And that was one right there that could have been. The 2-2 to Wood is low, ball three with a changeup. So to be a 3-2 count now. He works an at-bat against Lorenzen. Ultimate Sports Network's here saying hello. What's up, Ultimate Sports? So to be a 3-2 here. It's like the polls at 100% Nationals. Wow. The 3-2 to Wood. Wood called strike three on a cutter on the outside corner. Wood goes down looking to get this game underway. That's the first at-bat of the evening. James Wood goes down looking for out number one. So just clips the out of the zone. Lorenzen pokes the zone that time, and that's out number one. So that'll bring up Louie now in the first base position, and he's hitting second in tonight's game. This West Coast swing game for the Nats. The pitch to Louie. First pitch is going to be a breaking ball in there, called strike one on the 94-mile-an-hour sinker. So an off-speed, and it's an 0-1 count. Louie up to the plate, 279 average, 20 home runs, 68 runs driven in. Here's the 0-1 to Garcia. Garcia takes a cutter low, ball one, so it will be a 1-1 count now. 1-1 here with one out, top of the first. Garcia, guy with only 4 stolen bases. Previously, he's had seasons where he has stolen a few bags, up to 5 in the year. The 1-1. Garcia takes a changeup inside, ball 2, so to be a 2-1 count. 2-1 here with 1 out. Lorenzen facing Garcia. Garcia rakes against right-handed pitchers. Here comes the 2-1 to Louie, and he swings and misses at a sinker, and it's a 2-2 count now. Garcia swung through that one. It's a 2-2 count. Nothing much, just still thinking about my Cards' 7 homers last night. Wow, a lot of home runs. You know, I usually don't say we have many home runs, but Nats are leading this year in homers. The 2-2, and Garcia grounds this one foul down the first base line. We usually don't see many home runs as DC fans here, but now Nationals are getting a lot of power. They're getting to see a power showcase lately because leader in home runs, and last night you get 3. Not really bombs. You had 1 tank, Chaparro, and then you had a 400-some feet home run for Jacob Young and a 2-run bomb for Abrams. The 2-2 to Louie. Louie takes a changeup down low, ball 3, so it's a 3-2 count. So Lorenzen is 1 batter into a no-hitter now. I'm going to try to jinx it immediately, so no threat if it happens. So it'll be a 3-2 count here. Coors Field just starting to fill up a little bit here in Colorado. The 3-2 to Louie, swing a ground ball, foul again. So Louie has worked a good AB now, multiple foul balls in the AB. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming, 15th pitch of the inning. He hasn't seen a fastball just yet. He's seen sinkers, cutters, and changeups so far. 3 changeups already in the at-bat. The 3-2 to Louie. Garcia swings and grounds this one to the second baseman, Castro. He fields, fires to first in time for out number 2, and Louie is down on the ground out, so there's 2 outs now. So that's out number 2. First 2 batters sent to the plate are out. So 2 outs here, and that'll bring up Jose Tena to the plate. Jose Tena will hit right here. So 2 away. 10 in the 3-hole. Yesterday was Chaparro with the Nationals facing a lefty pitcher, and Chappie went off. 3-run tank to left field. First pitch to Tena, and Tena grounds this one up the middle. That's a base hit in a center field. Second base side of the bag, and Jose Tena on the first pitch ropes one up the middle, so the no-hit bid's gone. We can forget about that. So Jose Tena with a base knock right up the middle. Just slaps that one right back where it came from. No threat of anything happening. So now 2 outs and a runner on base. So that'll bring up C.J. Abrams now. Having a decent road trip. Couple home runs during the time. Starting the second half. And also 72 runs driven in. Lorenzen sets. First pitch to C.J. is low and inside. Ball 1 with an 83-mile-an-hour curveball. And it will be a 1-0 count. Abrams up to the plate here. Facing Lorenzen. Lorenzen set at the belt. Here comes the 1-0 to CJ. Abrams swinging a drive. Deep right center field. And that one is gone into the bullpen. Watch it fly. CJ Abrams, 3rd home run of the second half. 23rd home run on the season. Abrams in back-to-back games. Now back-to-back-to-back games. Has home runs. This is his 3rd, so he's saying he's going to stay hot into the second half. C.J. Abrams goes yard, and it's now a 2-0 game. Watch it fly, C.J. Abrams. C.J. Abrams leaves the yard. He'll get some high fives in the dugout. He goes out to right center, which is not short either. That's not a short porch, but balls fly here in Colorado, so it's a 2-0 game. Now to be Curtis Mead, and Mead takes a sinker right in there, called strike 1. But Abrams adding on, it's 2-0 to start the game. Now both games, the Nationals have got on the board early and just went to work. The 0-1 to Mead, and he hits this one foul. All right, everybody. We'll get our first one in on the evening at least.
A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo! A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo!
So it's going to be an 0-2 here to Curtis Mead up to the plate. What's up, Backroad? Thanks for tuning in. Backroad's here. Here's the 0-2 to Mead, and that's low and away, ball 1. And we just got up to 651 subscribers. Let's go. But C.J. Abrams with a bomb, and it's a 2-0 game. Back-to-back-to-back games with home runs. It'll be a 1-2 to Mead. Mead swinging a miss on a low and away sweeper, and that's out number 3. Mead can't get a piece of that one, and that'll end the inning. But the Nationals add on with a bomb. 2 runs in the inning, courtesy of a C.J. Abrams tank. 2 hits in the inning. No runners left on base. 1 to the bottom of the first. Nationals 2. Colorado coming up. Not nothing just yet. They're going to come up and hit here in the bottom of the first. Well, they'll face Carson Palmquist. Well, C.J. Abrams staying hot into the second half. He has now 23 home runs on the season. Thanks for subscribing, Frost Nova. Thank you so much, Frost Nova, for hitting that subscribe button. 1 to the bottom of the first, everybody. Immediately 2-0 this time. It was 3-0 last night, 2-0 this time. So the Nationals getting on the board quickly once again in Colorado. They're the league leader in first inning runs, and that's a stat you want to lead in. That's a really important stat. They get going early, and they don't let up. I mean, that's part of the reason why they've already won 51 games this year compared to winning 30, as they would have won last year around this time. So Carson Palmquist will take over. He's worked 9 2/3 innings. This year, he's given up 12 hits, 7 runs, all 7 of them earned. He's given up 2 home runs. Last year, the man worked 34 1/3 innings. He had an 8.91 ERA with Colorado, ironically. So he's going to face his former team right here, try to get back at him as we head to the bottom of the first. It'll be McCarthy, Carrig, and Goodman for the bottom of the first. So let's see right here how Carson Palmquist does against his former team. Should be a high-scoring game. Tonight's total was set at 13. Wow. I mean, last night you had a decently high-scoring game. You had 3 runs on the Rockies side and 7 on the Nationals side. So a lot of runs there. Hopefully tonight you get it on one side. That'd be really nice. If Carson Palmquist pitches the way we know he can, the way he pitched against the Phillies in his first outing, and Meatball Michaelis has a decent outing, then anything can happen right here. But yeah, could be a high-scoring game right here. Let's go. We just gained another subscriber, up to now 652, thanks to that new subscriber. So Carson Palmquist will take over, and if Meatball can pitch the way he has been of late, the last couple starts, he hasn't been terrible. So McCarthy here will hit a lefty up to the plate. Good that you have the opener to face McCarthy, who did have a good game yesterday where he had a couple knocks early on. Palmquist's first pitch. It's going to be a fastball slinging there, called strike 1, top part of the zone. That's a slinger over there. Carson Palmquist, a sidearm angle, the lefty arm. He has 3 starts this year as well. Coming sets Palmquist. The 0-1. McCarthy takes a breaking ball in the dirt. Ball 1, so to be a 1-1 count. That's the 74-mile-an-hour sweeper. Palmquist looks like a skinny guy, but honestly, he's not too skinny. That's the funny part. He doesn't look he looks skinny, but if he's a major league pitcher, he's got to be buff. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a foul ball on the sweeper, third base side. It'll be a 1-2 count now. McCarthy, an average over 300 at 305. So it's not like this guy isn't raking. The Nationals just need a way to tone him down. Yesterday, they only held him to 2 hits, but Jake McCarthy can rake. Here's the 1-2. That's low away ball 2 with a sweeper. So to be a 2-2 count. Jake McCarthy. This is the first year where you're really seeing the average skyrocket. His highest up to this year was 2024, where he hit 285. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Upstairs sweeper at 91 miles an hour. And Jake McCarthy goes down in strikeout style. And that's a strikeout to get Carson Palmquist's day going. Palmquist goes upstairs with a sinker. Uses a rare weapon right there. An upstairs heat. So he doesn't throw too hard, but 91 compared to 74 does look fast. Coming set's going to be Palmquist. Here's the first pitch to Carrig, and that's inside, ball 1 with a sweeper. Palmquist, similar to some of the guys in the bullpen, 2 good pitches. He has the sweeper and a fastball, and the sinker he'll work in. He can throw that sinker decently hard in the low 90s. Here comes the 1-0 to Carrig, and that's called. Strike 1, top part of the zone with a sinker, so it is a 1-1 count. Cole Carrig up to the plate now. Left alike, but got to go. Best of luck with the rest of the stream and go Nats. Thank you so much for coming in, Ultimate Sports. What's up, District? What's up, Chris? Thanks for tuning in, man. Chris in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. He's a part of District's Nation, or I think he's a part of District Super Nation. Here comes the 1-1, and that's upstairs ball 2, so he's a big part of the channel. It'll be a 2-1 count now as that one's upstairs. 2-1 here with a 1 out, bottom of the first. Nationals hold a 2-0 lead here in Denver. Here's the 2-1 count to Carrig. Swinging a line drive into left field. That's a base hit over C.J. Abrams trying to lunge to make the catch. So that's a base hit for Cole Carrig now. So now a 1 out knock, and there's a runner at first here with 1 gone. So pulls that one into left field for a knock. So there's a runner on here with one gone. Yesterday, though, Nationals didn't do terrible with runners on base. They turned a few double plays. I mean, you turned one in the 4th inning, one in the 5th inning. So they were controlling with the runners on base. The one time they really had a problem was when the bases were loaded and Awesome Andrew was on the mound. Coming set's going to be Palmquist. First pitch here to Hunter Goodman. Goodman takes a sweeper called. Strike one on the outside corner. Wow. He clipped the outside part of the zone. Just enjoying some good baseball and relaxing after work. Let's go, Chris. That's awesome. Thanks for tuning in, Chris. So be 0-1 here from Palmquist. Here's the pitch to Goodman. Swing and a miss. He's out in front of a very slow sweeper that time at 73. So it's an 0-2 count now. So Todd Tishner is also the crew chief of this crew. He's over there at third. He was also the home plate umpire last night. So he started it instead of being the last one. The 0-2. Swinging a fly ball. This one's going to be into foul ground. Checking on his Ruiz, but it will go out of play. Right behind home plate, a few rows up. About 10 rows up that time. So it'll be 0-2 again as Goodman fouls that one off. Goodman, possibly the best hitter in this Rockies order. He's taking advantage, of course. Doesn't have a high average of 255, but he has 30 home runs. So the man rakes. He hits home runs. Ahead of Wood in the count, where he has 30 and only 56 runs driven in, though. The 0-2, and Palmquist will go back over to first. Back in safely on a dive is the runner, Carrig. Another good start. Let's go. Yeah, Mr. C, another great start right there. C.J. Abrams with a tank. Home run number 23. Coming set's going to be Palmquist. We 0-2 to Goodman. Here's the pitch. And that's high ball one. Wanted him to chase the 92 fastball upstairs, but Goodman laid off. So to be a 1-2 count now. Same here, but I still got 2 hours of work left. I'm getting paid for some good baseball. That's awesome, back road. It'll be a 1-2 here. Palmquist sets. Pitch to Goodman. Swinging a line drive down the left field line, but foul. And we'll do 1-2 again. He's a day early on that one and fouls it down the line. So do 1-2 again here. I didn't think Meade would even give an effort at that one to try to make the catch. So you 1-2 here. Palmquist should go with the sweeper here. Try to backdoor him. That's my opinion. As a former pitcher, I'd backdoor him right here. Coming set's going to be Palmquist. The 1-2 to Goodman. And that's inside ball 2. The sweeper does not try to backdoor him. He goes inside. So it'd be a 2-2 count. Maybe trying to get him to chase. So it'd be 2-2 here. I mean, the backdoor option, we're going to the outside corner, is really to try to catch him looking. Try to get him to look at an outside pitch. Palmquist sets. It'll be a 2-2 to Goodman. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Out to right, but James Wood's under it. Wood camps under it. And he makes the catch route number 2. Holding up at first is going to be Carrig. So there are 2 outs now and a runner at first. James Wood barely had a move for that one. He makes the catch. So Hunter Goodman's put away here. Goodman, yesterday, was in the 4-hole, and he didn't have any knocks. He had a walk in the first, then he struck out, grounded into a double play, and then grounded out again. So I'll bring Willie Castro up. He's in the 4-hole for tonight's game. He was in the 6-hole yesterday, but then that 3-out double probably slingshotted him a few spots up in the order. Palmquist sets the pitch to Castro. Swinging a fly ball. This one is foul ground. Ruiz is checking on it. Goes to the fence, and this one will go out of play. So it'll be an 0-1 count. Palmquist on the mound. As an opener, Palmquist has worked 7 1/3. He has 6 earned runs. In relief, he's only worked 2 1/3. He has 1 earned run. Opponents are hitting 300 against him as an opener, and in relief, they're hitting 333. So he's really kind of the same. Coming sets Palmquist. It'll be an 0-1 to Castro. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. This one is on the infield. Garcia now in a foul ground. Luis Garcia Jr. makes the catch. Past the bag in foul territory. So a 3F into the scorebook. And now that will end the inning. So 1 hit, 1 man left on base. Carson Palmquist gets a scoreless first. So on to the second, everybody. It is the Nationals 2, Colorado nothing as we head to the top of the second inning. Good work there by Carson Palmquist. Works around the hit by Carrig. Gets it done. So it'll be Lyle Ruiz and Nunez for the second inning for the Nationals. See if they can get some more runs. Get on to Michael Lorenzen in the second inning. So we go as we head to the second. Let's go right here. Get some more runs. Let's go.
Hey, oh,
So everybody, drop your predictions down in the chat. Who do you think is going to win this one? And as usual, you can drop your dinger of the day in the chat, because I love seeing your dingers of the day. Because I love seeing that. That's something I like to track, people's dinger of the day. It's a fun thing the Nationals Park used to do. I think they don't do it anymore. But yeah, drop your dinger of the day in the chat, because it's really important to see that. So we go to the top of the second. Nationals hold a 2-0 lead. So this is a guy, Michael Lorenzen, who in his career has a 1-2 record against the Nationals. And he has a 5.02 ERA. Surprisingly, he's been in 5 games against them, so a good amount of innings pitched against him. He has 26 strikeouts against him, 37 2/3 innings worked. But here's the thing. The thing about records against the Nationals is this is a totally new order this year. I feel like it's a totally new culture, totally new team. Just like 2023 when he tossed that no-hitter, James Wood wasn't in the order. Tenna wasn't in the order. Meade wasn't there. Lyle wasn't there. Nunez wasn't there. And Young wasn't there yet. So that's 6 guys who are just in the order tonight. Garcia was in that order. Abrams was in that order. And Ruiz are in that order. And those are 3 new guys who have reinvented themselves this year. Abrams as a cleanup hitter, as Michael Lorenzen will start the second inning. First pitch here to Dalen Lyle. Lyle takes a cutter upstairs, ball 1. As I was saying, Luis Garcia Jr. has become an offensive weapon of late, and that was just kind of a surprise to everybody. And then Keibert Ruiz getting this part-time slot as the 1-0 is grounded by Lyle foul. So to be a 1-1 count. Now, he has gotten a role where he's playing splitting time with Harry Ford / Drew Millis, and now Harry Ford, where he can get starts against righties and really rake. So this lineup is totally different than it was in 2023. Here comes the 1-1 to Dalen Lyle, and that's outside ball 2, the changeup, so to be a 2-1 count. Lyle's hitting .247 this year with 11 home runs, 49 runs driven in. One number to watch for him, he has 4 triples on the season. Here comes the 2-1 to Lyle. Lyle takes a fastball upstairs, ball 3. He had that 11 triple season last year, and he only had 9 home runs last year. He has 11 this year through 100 games. He had 9 through 91 last year. The 3-1 to Lyle. Lyle swings and fouls this one off, so to be a 3-2 count. Count is awful to Dalen Lyle. Always loved watching him. I mean, the one thing is the on-base percentage has fallen below 300 to 298. He doesn't draw too many walks. He only has 25 walks on the year. He had 21 last year. I'd like to see him be more patient at the plate, be more selective, because he's a dangerous hitter, and pitchers tend to pitch around him. So it'd be really nice to see him take some more pitches, work ABs. 3-2 to Lyle. Swinging a foul back, so do 3-2 right here again. Quality AB by Lyle now. Works at the 3-2 and beyond. Has 49 runs driven in. 9 stolen bases. So to be a 3-2 here to Lyle. Lorenzen to the wind. Here's the pitch to Dalen. And Lyle swinging a miss right through a changeup outside. And Dalen Lyle is down swinging. That's strikeout number 3 for Lorenzen. So at number 1 here in the top of the second is gotten by Michael Lorenzen on the strikeout. So that'll bring up Keibert Ruiz here, who hit from the left side. Keibert Ruiz to come to the plate. Keibert is hitting .279 on the year. He has been better, and it's because he's getting less playing time. You'll see that Ruiz is not going to play 150 games this year. He's going to play less. Here comes the pitch to Ruiz. Ruiz takes a fastball upstairs, ball 1 at 94. So Lorenzen has a little velocity in him. He's not just going to throw breaking balls. Only 7 home runs for Ruiz, 35 runs driven in. If those were full season stats, they'd be pretty bad. Here comes the 1-0 to Ruiz. Ruiz swings and just gets jammed on this one, sends it out to shallow left. Under it is McCarthy, and Jake McCarthy makes the catch for out number 2. Ruiz gets jammed on that one and flies out. So 2 outs now, and that's 3 in a row for Lorenzen now. So that'll bring up Nasim Nunez right here. Smoonez will come to the plate with 2 away, hitting in the 8-hole. Behind him, Jacob Young getting a start against a right-handed arm. You're seeing Jacob Young get less and less starts, especially because so many more playing the numbers and playing the matchup from Butera. Here's the pitch to Nunez, and that's a sinker away, ball 1, so it will be a 1-0 count. And Blake Butera playing the matchup so much, but that gives an opportunity for a guy for Nunez to play a lot of games this year because he's a switch hitter and they love the matchup. Here's the 1-0 to Nunez, and that's slown away, ball 2 with a cutter, so to be a 2-2 count. Nasim Nunez up to the plate here. And out of the 101 games played this year, he has 93 games. He's only missed 8. So here comes the 2-0 to Nunez. Nunez takes a sinker in there, called strike one. I think other teams would be blown that Nunez is an everyday player who's playing legitimately every day now, because the Nationals are having a lot of guys play a lot of games and others are only playing 50%. Here comes the 2-1 to Nunez. Nunez swings and fouls this one off third base side to be a 2-2 count. Got a decent piece of that one, but it's 2-2 here. August 9th, 2023. That was the game. Michael Lorenzen had a no-hitter for the Phillies, and now he's given up 2 runs through 1 2/3. So good to get to him quickly. The pitch to Nunez is fouled off, so we'll do 2-2 again right here. Just fouling it away, having a good AB. That was the thing. We had that other game where just a few games later they faced Lorenzen, and they ended up winning. So they got him out of the game early, which was really good. You just got to get him out. I don't think there's any nerves with Butera, though, in Lorenzen. Here's the 2-2 to Nunez. Swinging a shot out towards center field. Coming in as a center fielder, Carrick, but that's going to drop for a base hit. Nasim Nunez has a knock here with 2 away. So the last 2 runs came with 2 outs. Let's see if we can get some right here with 2 away. And Nasim Nunez having a nice little single up the middle. So there's 2 outs now. And Nunez stands at first. Nunez is a guy who can really change the game, not only at the plate or in the field, but on the base paths as well. He's going to steal a lot of bags, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Another reason why he's an everyday player. He can swipe a bag on virtually anyone. So that'll bring up JY right here. First pitch to Young, swinging a foul ball to be a 1 count. Nunez leads the NL and the MLB in stolen bases by a lot. He had a huge lead on PCA and even a nice lead on the AL leader. I mean, Nunez steals a lot of bags. Lorenzen comes set at the belt. Here comes the 0-1 to Jacob Young. He goes over to first. Back in safely is Nunez on a dive. So that's the first disengagement by Michael Lorenzen. He has 1 more to go, and then the third one, he has to pick him off, or Nunez gets second base. That is the rule. 38 pitches for Lorenzen now. He comes set right here. It'd be an 0-1 to Jacob Young. Here's the pitch. Young slaps this one foul to be an 0-2 count. So one piece of news right here in Nationals news, the Washington Nationals AAA affiliate, the Rochester Red Wings, placed Yohandy Morales on the 7-day injured list. So Yo-Yo seems to be hurt. That is not good. That is not good at all. Yo-Yo is a top prospect for this Nationals organization, a guy I'm really excited to see at the big leagues. It is really disappointing to see him go down for a little while. Here comes the 0-2 to Jacob Young, who's been raking last few games, and the throw over again by Lorenzen. Back in safely is Nunez. So that's the second disengagement. So Nunez is free to go right here. Jacob Young had that home run last night, and he got some. That was really all he got. He had a 3-hit game, just singles, but that home run is the one that's going to stand out to you. Maybe that the singles won't stand out, but still a 3-hit game is a 3-hit game, and he had a bomb. So it'll be 0-2. Here's the pitch to Young, and that's away with a slider, ball 1. So it will be a 1-2 count now. I think yesterday everything was just really impressive for this Nationals team. Everything looked right. All was well with the world yesterday, especially for the Nationals. Coming sets Lorenzen. The 1-2 to Jacob Young. Here's the pitch. Young swinging a ground ball, foul. We'll do 1-2 again right here. Young working a good AB, has worked to Lorenzen's count up to 41 now. Young's turning into a seasoned veteran for this National squad now. He's played 3 full seasons with the Nationals, 2024, 2025, now 2026 to start another full year, 9 games in 2023. The 1-2, and Young swinging a fly ball left field, and this one hooks foul. So do 1-2 again. Young got a decent piece of it, but was a day early as he fouls that one away. And this is Young. Had 5 home runs to start his career, 2023, 2024, and 25 combined, up to 5 home runs, 3 in 24, 2 in 25. He has 9 this year. That's Blake Butera and Paul DeBonie's doing right there. They took a team that had little to none home runs last year to make them the top team this year. The 1-2 is outside, ball 2. The throw to second. In time, they're going to say he struck out. So Jacob Young, they're going to call strike 3. So Jacob Young strikes out looking. Nunez was on the move. They threw down. So the second base umpire, Hamari there, just pointed to the home plate umpire. Young's down looking, and that's out number 3 here in the top of the second, so the Nationals go down. So 4 strikeouts now for Lorenzen. He has 1 hit in the inning. 1 man left on base. Went to the bottom of the second, everybody. Nationals 2, Colorado nothing as we head to the bottom of the second. Right here on District Nation. We head to the bottom of the second inning right here. So now, let's see if Palmquist heads back out there for a second inning of work. Maybe he'll head out there for a second inning of work. No announcement just yet of Meatball coming out of the game. Usually they announce it pretty quickly. Meatball wasn't warming to start the game. If they plan to put him out for the second, they'd probably have him warming during the first. And when that Abrams home run went up, it looks like that Meatball Michaelis was just sitting on the dugout watching the game. So I don't think he's warming up just yet, which is good. I think that's good. Give him time. Let him settle in. Let Palmquist try to work as much as he wants to right here. Get some outs, and then put in Meatball. Put in Meatball as a legitimate reliever. Let Palmquist go to work right here. As we head to the bottom of the second, it's a 2-0 game. Nationals have the lead. Be sure to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, everybody. We are up to 15 likes on the stream. Let's go. We've already gained a couple subscribers during this stream, so thank you so much to all those new subscribers and anyone who's just hit that like button. So we're to the bottom of the second. Rumfield will lead it off for the Rockies right here. Looks like in the poll, Nationals still winning the poll against the Rockies. That's pretty good when the Nats fans are here. Nationals fans, unite. But I mean, it's easy to like this National squad, especially with the way they've been playing. Everyone loves home runs. You come to watch the Nationals, you're going to see home runs on both sides even. We're going to hit a ton of home runs, then we're going to give up a ton of home runs. As we head to the bottom of the second, Carson Palmquist will begin the bottom of the second here. Let's see how long he does work in this game. Palmquist looks in for his sign. He comes set here. Here's the first pitch to Rumfield. The fellow lefty is going to be outside, ball 1 with a sweeper at 73 miles an hour, so to be a 1-0 count. In that first outing where Carson Palmquist did end up working 3 1/3 against the Phillies on June 24th, he threw 58 pitches. So he can work up to roughly 6 pitches. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Rumfield looks funny with that swing, and he's way in front of a 71 mile an hour sweeper from Carson Palmquist. He is about a week early, maybe more than 10 business days early on that one. So to be a 1-1 count now. Palmquist looks in. He comes set. It'll be a 1-1 to Rumfield, who's sitting just below 300. Here's the pitch. That's low ball 2, so to be a 2-1 count here. To Rumfield up to the plate. That's TJ Rumfield, who finds himself hitting at 296 with 13 home runs. Here comes the 2-1 to Rumfield. Called. Strike 2 with a sinker. So it'd be a 2-2 count. Palmquist threw 18 pitches back in the first, so he's on pace. I mean, look at the pitch count. He can work roughly, probably maybe 3 innings in this game. Get us a good 3 innings to get us started. Be a good opener in that strategy. The 2-2 from Palmquist. Just low and out, ball 3, but Ruiz goes to first, touches head, but then he doesn't. Ruiz wanted to. Looking at the replay, if he challenged it, it would have been a strike, but instead it's a 3-2 right here. I mean, that's a spot to challenge. There's a lot of spots where you don't want the Nationals to challenge. That's one right there. He was pretty confident, but then he put his hand down. The 3-2 to Rumfield, outside, ball 4. So Rumfield takes a walk to get the second inning going. So Palmquist issues his first walk of the evening. And there's a runner on first here with no one away. So that'll bring up Karros now with no one out and a runner at first. One thing the Nationals are good at, they get a lot of double plays. And you'll notice it in game. Doesn't happen every play. Like every time there's a runner at first, they get a double play. But Abrams and Nunez are good at turning it. Cummings sets Palmquist. First pitch to Karros. Is inside, ball 1. Did it get him? Ooh, that one gets Kyle Karros on the leg. So now there's runners on first and second here. So now there's runners at first and second after Karros is hit by that one. That'll move Rumfield up to second. So 1 pitch and a hit batter for Carson Palmquist. Now you got to think that Meatball's throwing by now. You got to think he's at least stretching. So Carson Palmquist awards a free pass. That's the 4th time this season that Kyle Karros has been hit by a pitch, so now Karros goes to first. Rumfield will move up to second. That'll bring up Mickey Moniak, who's had a long career. The first pitch to Moniak is inside, ball one with a sweeper. Way inside. Almost got him, so to be a 1-0 count. Two hits batsmen in a row. That is not good. So to be a 1-0 here from Palmquist to Moniak. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball, or that's a line drive into right center field. Young will grab it. Rounding third, headed for home is Rumfield. The throw is towards short. Coming in to score is going to be Rumfield. So that's a line drive, base hit into right center from Mickey Moniak. So that will make it a 2-1 game. There's now runners on the corners as Karros is going to move up to third. So now the Rockies are on the board. It's a 2-1 game. That ABS has proven to be really important now. It should be one out, maybe with runners on first and second. Instead, it's going to be a 2-1 game with still no one out. So if Ruiz just would have fully tapped his head. So Mickey Moniak with an RBI single. So that'll bring up Johnston right here with no one away now, and Simon Matthews pays a visit to Carson Palmquist right here. Now the tying run stands at third base, and the go-ahead runs at first. And Miles Michaelis, is now warming up in the bullpen. He is fully off the rubber right now, working, so he could be ready to go here. And Eddie Yean's sitting at the edge of the dugout. So Eddie Yean's having a conversation out in the bullpen. He's here in Colorado. No reason why Yean can't pitch in this game. I mean, if he did work a lot of pitches yesterday, well, it was Minor League Monday yesterday, so no game as Keibert Ruiz will call the first and third play out in front of the plate, and he'll come back here as Johnston's up to the plate right here. So Johnston will come up to the plate now. Troy Johnston, .295 average, 3 home runs, 40 runs driven in. Here is the pitch to Johnston from the lefty Palmquist, and that's low and away ball one with a sweeper, so to be a 1-0 count. 1-0 here. Nationals have the same problem my Pirates have, bad bullpen. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the bullpen's getting better. That's the thing. We saw flashes of it to start the second half. Maybe the bullpen, you never know. Eddie Yean being back up is really good. Coming set is going to be Palmquist. Here's the 1-0 to Johnston. Swing and a miss on a sweeper, and it's a 1-1 count. So I'd say the corner infielders, maybe the corner infielders come home with this one because you don't want the game to get tied right here. That's one thing. You don't want the game to tie up. And Palmquist obviously hasn't been great, but has been a decent opener. Here comes the 1-1 to Johnston. Swinging a bloop out towards center. Getting behind it is Young. He's now under it, and he will make the catch. He'll fire this one towards home. It's going to be cut off by Nunez, and this game is tied. So now we're tied up at 2 as the Rockies score yet another run. So that's a sac fly for Johnston. So now it's 2-2. So Carson Palmquist gets the first out of the inning, but it does score Kyle Karros from third. So now we're tied up at 2, everybody. That'll hold Moniak at first, though, but we're tied up all at 2. So 2-2 game here at Coors. Now Ezekiel Tovar will come to the plate right here to face Carson Palmquist right here. Turning it right here would be nice. Here's the pitch to Tovar. Just inside ball one, but Ruiz wants a challenge. I believe this one's going to be a strike on the lone inside corner, so we'll get our result right here. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. Ruiz succeeds with that ABS challenge. It clipped the low and inside part of the zone, so it's an 0-1 count. Good job, Keibert Ruiz.
Thank you!
So to be an 0-1 count right here to Tovar now. Flipping that pitch was really helpful right there. Here comes the 0-1 from Palmquist. Swinging a shot down the right field line, but foul, so to be no 2 count. Got a little jammed on that one. Still got a decent piece of it. Let's go. We're up to 653 subscribers. Just gained another one. Thank you so much to that new subscriber. So we 0-2 here to Ezekiel Tovar, who's hitting sub 200 at 198. The numbers tell a story, and that story is why he's hitting in the 9 hole. Coming set's Palmquist. It'll be an 0-2 to Tovar. Here's the pitch from Palmquist. Swing and a miss at the upstairs 93-mile-an-hour fastball. And there's 2 outs. Carson Palmquist with a strikeout, and that's the second strikeout of the evening for Carson Palmquist. So 2 outs now. Starting at the top of the order, Jake McCarthy will hit now. Struck out his first time up back in the first First pitch to McCarthy from Palmquist. Here's the pitch. McCarthy takes a sweeper, low and away, ball 1. Who y'all think winning this game? What's up, Xavier? I think that the winner of this game will be the Nationals because they have a very good bullpen. Well, not bullpen. They have a very good offense. They're going to hit the ball. This may be a high-scoring game, but the Nationals tend to do well in those types of games. Here comes the 1-0 to McCarthy. Swinging a line drive right field. That's a base hit. Wood will chase after this one. Rounding second, headed for third. It's going to be Moniak. Wood's going to have to fire this one in quickly. Moniak trying for home. The throw from Garcia is in time, but he's safe. And Ruiz immediately points towards third for a challenge. Rockies have the lead. Buterra's holding the game right here. They don't want a challenge. The Rockies are going to lead for the first time in 11 innings of this entire series. The Rockies have the lead. So that is a triple for Jake McCarthy down the right field line. Wow. Wood looked like he didn't really hustle. He was grabbing that one, came up with it, fired it towards Louis. He was kind of dogging it right there. He didn't think that McCarthy, or even, heck, that you'd see Moniak fast enough to score from first right there. So, no challenge from Blake Buterra, and it's a 3-2 game. So, Palmquist has blown this lead. Here comes the first pitch to Carrig. Swinging a shot out towards center field. Coming in is Young. Jacob Young, diving catch not made, and it's going to score McCarthy. Jacob Young with an error. It's a 4-2 game. Or they might give Carrig a base hit right here. But oh my gosh, this team is falling apart. 4 runs in the inning, and the Rockies add on another. It's a 4-2 game. You cannot let the Rockies do this to you, especially in their home ballpark. Carson Palmquist thought he had out number 3 right there. Jacob Young coming in, has it, and then he doesn't. So it's a 4-2 game now. So Carson Palmquist, who's coming out of the bullpen, so you could technically say this one's on the bullpen right here. So Carson Palmquist's day is over right here. They're going to call that a single. Carson Palmquist's day is over. So Miles Michaelis will come out of the bullpen after McCarthy has that double that he advances to third on the throw. So they're going to give him advances on the throw. So he does end up doubling down the right field line. He goes to third, and then he scores on the Carrig RBI single. So both McCarthy and Carrig grab singles, 3 hits between the two of them. But it's now a 4-2 game. That double from McCarthy really important to take the lead. Now it's a 4-2 game. I think the Nats pulled off. Man, you cannot let the Rockies do this to you. And this is why, the opener strategy looks good on paper, especially when it's P.J. Pullen. That's the thing. Especially when it's P.J. Pullen. Carson Palmquist has shown he's not great in the opener strategy, and we don't really have any other lefties who could do it. Maybe, and Cosgrove and Crook have proved they're going to be late inning guys. With the way they did last night, Cosgrove and Crook could be 2 guys you see later in the game. But Carson Palmquist showed that he wasn't good at opening games, and we sent him out there again. And we sent him out there for a second inning. Maybe it's time to consider he isn't good at pitching against. Maybe he's just not good pitching in the opener strategy. So, looking at the numbers, he has a 7.36 ERA as a starter and a 3.86 ERA now as a reliever. That's got to mean something. So, Palmquist day is over. Miles Michaelis will take over right here. I don't see another lefty who could do what Pullen does. That's why P.J. Pullen is such a special guy. He's such a good arm. He can open and he can work a gem out of the bullpen as Miles Michaelis will take over. I like doing this strategy with P.J. Pullen, but the minute he goes down, you can't just turn to Palmquist and say you're going to open. So if he's not even a great opener. So ending up, it's going to be 4 hits off of Palmquist. We don't know his run total just yet. He ended up walking 1 guy. He got 2 strikeouts. So meatball sets. Here's the first pitch now to Hunter Goodman with a runner at first and 2 away. First pitch. And Goodman swinging a miss at a slider at 89. It's an 0-1 count. Velo's going to jump up with Michaelis on the mound, a guy who can rear back and fire in the mid-90s. There's a slider that touches 89. So Hunter Goodman will face him right here. Michaelis comes set. Here comes the 0-1 to Goodman. He'll go back into first. Back in safely is Carrig on a dive. Louis thought he had him, but they didn't. Meatball noticed he was getting a big lead. Picks over to first. And Carrig had a good lead. He had a nice long lead there. Garcia thought he may have had him. That's the first disengagement by Michaelis now. Good thing you got the top of the order coming up in the third. Coming set's going to be Michaelis. 0-1 to Goodman. He'll go back over to first. This time he's safe again. So 2 disengagements from Meatball. So now Goodman's probably free to go right here. Butera holding the game right here. Does he want to challenge? No, he doesn't. So to be 0-1. No challenge. Man, some good leads from Carrig right here. He's gotten back safely both times. Michaelis looks in for his sign. He comes set here. Carrig with a huge lead now. Here comes the 0-1. Carrick's on the move. The pitch is a pitch out. They'll throw to second. Not in time. They ran a pitch out, and they still didn't get him. Carrick with a huge lead. Steals the base anyway. Ruiz, they ran a pitch out, and they still didn't get him. We'll get another look at this one, but, yeah, he's in there. He is definitely in there. So, maybe they got him on the back, but Nunez, they may get another look at this, actually, but because maybe Carrick came off the bag, but looks like his leg got in there. But we may get a challenge right here. No, we're not. So to be a 1-1 count after the pitch out, here comes the pitch to Goodman, and he fouls off that inside sweeper. Oof. Right in the umpire's chest. Reese will check on him right here. Home plate umpire Bruce Dreckman says he's okay. So to be a 1-2 now. Stolen base by Carrick right there, being really aggressive. And they did a pitch out, too. Ruiz and Michaelis ran a pitch out, and they still didn't get him. Cole Carrick, that's stolen base number 3 in his career and season, because this is his first season of his career. So we're still giving some time here to Dreckman to recover after getting hit by that foul ball. Trainer will come out and check on him. But it'll be 0-2 here. Looks like he's not wearing any padding. Ruiz checks on him, and he says he's okay. So it will be a 1-2 today. Man, fouled right into his chest. He could take a big, deep breath, too. He took a sharp one right to the chest. Meatball looks for his sign. He's got it, and he comes set. It'll be a 1-2 to Hunter Goodman right here. Here's the pitch. Swinging a slap towards second base Nunez. He makes the play on the ground. Fires to first in time for out number 3. So Meatball gets out of it, and the first batter he sees. 4 runs in the inning, though. The Rockies put up 4 on 3 hits in the inning. No errors. 1 man left on base. So Palmquist's final line ends up being 4 runs. So went to the top of the third, everybody. Rockies now have a 4-2 lead. Through 11 innings yesterday, the Rockies did not lead for any moment of that game. And now they lead for the first time, and it's game 2 of this series. It took them 11 innings, but they now have a lead as we head to the top of the third. It'll be Wood, Louie, and Tenna for the top of the third inning right here. Well, it took a while to lead anyway. As we are one of the later games here, it's 9:28, so you might have some finals around for the Tuesday games. Tuesday, you'll see a lot of teams play, but let's check on some of the scores around the league. The Dodgers beating the Phillies 2-1 in the top of the 6th. Max Muncy had a 2-run home run for his 19th of the season. Rays beating the Blue Jays 8-2. Padres beating the Braves 6-3. Giants and Royals all knotted up at 2 in the bottom of the 6th. In the top of the 6th, Mets beating the Brewers 3-0. Cubs slaughtering the Tigers 7-0. Rangers beating the White Sox 5-0. Astros beating the Marlins 2-1. Cardinals Angels about to get underway. Same with the Athletics D-backs and Reds Mariners as well. Some finals around the league. Guardians beat the Twins 5-2. And a couple postponed games. Pirates and Yankees postponed tomorrow. And Orioles and Red Sox also postponed to tomorrow. So a couple doubleheaders tomorrow. So you'll have some afternoon baseball tomorrow. But we hope that you'll tune in right here on District Nation at 3:10 p.m. for the Rockies Nationals game. So we go as we head to the top of the third, everybody. See if the Nationals can get some runs here, respond after the 4-run inning for the Rockies. As we head to the top of the third, Lorenzen will start his 3rd inning of work. So Lorenzen will begin his 3rd inning of work here, and he'll face the big James Wood. Lorenzen looks in for his sign on the PitchCom device. He's into the wind. First pitch to James Wood, and Wood takes a cutter on the outside part of the zone. It's an 0-1 count. So Wood looks at that one for a called strike. Eric's here. What's up, Eric? He says hello. What's up, Eric? Thanks for tuning in. So be 0-1 here. Lorenzen into the wind here. Here comes the 0-1 to Wood. Wood takes a changeup upstairs, ball 1, so it'll be a 1-1 count. Outside of pitching, I've been impressed with Nats this season with the turnaround from last season. Oh, yeah. They have definitely had a turnaround. I mean, they've just jumped up with the way they're playing, especially on the offensive side. The 1-1 to Wood, and he hits this one to center field. Coming in as the center fielder, Carrig. He's under it, and Carrig will make the catch for out number 1. So James Wood out once again. He's 0 for 2 on the day. So 1 out here, and that'll bring up Luis Garcia Jr. Louis will come to the plate right here. Luis Garcia Jr. will come. He grounded out back in the first. Louis has been a constant guy who's been hitting very, very well so far this season. 20 home runs already. So he's been hitting at another level. He was, at least in my book, in all-star contentions. The pitch to Louis, and he lines this one. Right center field. That's going to plug the gap and go all the way to the wall. Louis rounds first. He's going to head to second. Carrick doesn't field it cleanly. Louis around second, headed for third. The throw is not in time. He's safe. Luis Garcia Jr. with a triple. Louis into third. So now with 1 out, there's a runner at third right here. Luis Garcia Jr. to right center field, plugs the gap, and center fielder Carrick didn't field it very well. So Louis, who's not very fast, was able to get the extra bag. Center fielder Carrick couldn't field it well off the fence, and Louis dove into third, and he's there safely. We might get another look at this right here, though. So now that'll bring up Jose Tena. Come to the plate right here. Looks like the infield will come in right here for Jose Tena, and he swings and misses at a fastball to 0-1 count. Luis Garcia Jr. with a triple to right center. Not too fast, but not too slow either. So it'll be an 0-1 to Tena. Lorenzen steps onto the rubber. He comes set. Here comes the 0-1 to Tena. And Tena swings and fouls this one off. It's an 0-2 count. Eric says, I was here yesterday. Yeah, you were. You were here during some of the Rockies game. Whole lot of fun to see the Nationals get the win yesterday. Louis is getting close to, or has matched, and more on his career high in home runs. 2024, he hit 18. This year, through just the first half, has 20. Here comes the 0-2 to Tena. Here's the pitch. Tena takes a slider inside, ball 1. Only his 14th career triple right there. He has 3 this year, though. His career high is 4, so that is his 4th, so he ties it from 2023. Louis just doing some career type of things this year, especially on the offensive side of the ball, and he gets to move to first. The pitch is low ball 2 with a changeup. Garcia's had a magical year. He started his career as a shortstop, gets moved to second. This year is moved to first, has found himself playing first all season, and now is raking on the offensive side of the ball and could be this franchise first baseman because he's only 26 with 5 years of experience under his belt. Here's the 2-2 to Tena. And Tena roasts this one down the left field line, but fell. Made his debut in 2020 and has played at the big leagues a little while ever since. Has found his way to the big leagues, been doing well. So is it realistic that this guy could really stay at the big league level for a while, which would be great for him to stay in the big leagues for a little while? He's only 26, so he's still a young guy, just entering his prime. Here's the 2-2 to Tena. He grounds this one right back to Lorenzen, who gets Garcia in a rundown, and he tags him for out number 2. So a rare 1 unassisted right there. Fielder's choice for Jose Tena to put him at first. Luis Garcia Jr. kind of got hung up because he started towards home, and Lorenzen charged at him, and Lorenzen ends up just tagging him out. Wanted to get him into a rundown, but he ends up just tagging himself. So out number 2. Lorenzen made a nice play right there, and he tags out Garcia for out number 2. Not what you wanted right there, but now there's 2 outs, and coming up to the plate is Abrams, who already has a home run in this game. Where are they, home run or away? The Nationals. The Nats are at Coors Field right now in Colorado, so they are the away team. So Abrams up to the plate here. He's 1 for 1. Got a pitch he liked in the first. Let's see if he gets a pitch he likes in the third right here. The pitch from Lorenzen to Abrams. Abrams takes a fastball in there, called strike 1 on the inside corner, so it's an 0-1 count. Just clipped the lone inside corner that time. So it'd be 0-1 to Abrams. A guy who is now at 23 home runs, just extending those numbers in home runs. Here comes the 0-1 to Abrams. Abrams swinging a drive again to right field. Way back it goes. He's done it again. Second deck, and this game is tied. C.J. Abrams, his second homer of the game, and he ties this game up at 4. Watch it fly. C.J. Abrams, he hits the meditation celebration, and it's 4-4. Abrams goes out 434 off the bat, his second home run of the game, and it's 4-4. C.J. Abrams has 4 RBIs and 2 home runs on the day. He got another one. C.J. Abrams ties it up, and the Nationals tie this one. Abrams yawned after that one as the pitch to Mead is upstairs. At first, I didn't think it was gone on his reaction. He kind of looked up at it with a sad face and kind of yawned after it. Abrams pimps it out of here. Home run number 24. So it'll be a 1-0 to Curtis Mead now. Here comes the pitch, and that's in there called strike 1. We'll do one right here.
N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo!
We'll get our next one in a second, everybody, after this pitch to Mead. Here's the 1-1. Mead swinging a shot out towards center field, coming in as a center fielder, Carrig, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. So one more, everybody.
N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo!
So there you go, everybody. Uncommon says Nats swinging bats. Yeah, Nationals getting on the board. Wow, nice, impressive. Second decker. CJ's on fire. Yeah, CJ Abrams has caught fire right here. A 2-run home run for CJ Abrams. Home run number 24. And his second home run of the day. And we're tied at 4 just like that. CJ Abrams goes yard. Now we're in territory where Lorenzen's probably going to walk him. Next AB, and he really pimped that home run right there. He stared at it and then decided to run the bases. But C.J. Abrams goes yard, but then Mead flies out, so the inning is over. 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits. A fielder's choice, no runners left on base. We are tied at 4, everybody. So we'll head to the bottom of the third. Nationals 4, Rockies 4, right here on District Nation. C.J. Abrams, C.J. later. Watch it fly, C.J. Abrams, as we head to the bottom of the third. It'll be Castro, Rumfield, and Karros to face Meatball. But Abrams has 4 RBIs on the day. He is single-handedly keeping the Nationals in this game. He's got to Lorenzen now. Couple home runs in the game. And a second decker right there. C.J. Abrams. You can watch it fly for a second with the way that one was hit. Crush the ball, get it out of here. C.J. Abrams hits the meditation celebration right there. Abrams, 24 home runs, and he's about to tie the franchise record for most home runs by a shortstop in a single season. Ian Desmond with 25 in 2012. Not often do you see a 4-hitter as a shortstop, though. You just don't see it. 102.7 off the bat, 434 feet. So here we go. Man, C.J. Abrams, all-star starter, a guy who's on pace for about 40 home runs. Meatball into the wind. Here's the pitch to Castro, and that's going to be swung on, fouled off as no 1 count. Meatball will begin his first full inning right here. He got just 1 out in the second, so he'll get his first full start right here. But Abrams ties it up. Good job by CJ. Meatball into the wind. The 0 to Castro. Swing and a miss on a low and inside curveball, and it's an 0-2 count. Willie Castro up to the plate, hitting .263 with 9 home runs, 43 runs driven in. But CJ just has really come into his own this year. Butera, we thought, was kind of being crazy. We would have thought he's being crazy with the way he was running this order, putting a guy like Abrams in the 4-hole. Meatball in the wind. The 0-2, swinging a foul ball, so we'll do 0-2 again right here. We would have thought he was crazy, leading off Wood, which Miguel Cairo did towards the end of the year last year. Same with Davey Martinez to get Wood out of his slump. But CJ was always in the 2-hole during that time. This time we put him in the 4-hole, and he's raking. Here comes the 0-2. And that's in the dirt ball 1. He doesn't chase the 78-mile-an-hour curveball right there. He's on a tear. CJ Abrams this year is hitting .277, 24 home runs on the year now. It'll be 1-2, meatball into the wind. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball again. So RBIs number 75 and 76 for C.J. Abrams earlier in the inning. Home run number 24 for hit number 102. He has been the best shortstop in the NL. That's the thing. There's no competition. He's the best shortstop. Here comes the 1-2. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out towards center. Going back is Young. Onto the track. And it's one hops off the wall. Young will barehand it. Into second is going to be Willie Castro. So that's a double for Willie Castro right here. Runner at second here. With no one gone, Castro gets the inning going with a double. Willie Castro getting it going here in the bottom of the third. Castro sends it out to right center. So runner at second here with no one gone. Willie Castro, first hit of the day. He had that big momentum double yesterday in the Monday game. 3 RBI double when the bases were loaded, so he got things going. But coming set is Meatball. He'll face TJ Rumfield now. Here's the pitch to Rumfield, and that's low ball one with a slider. So to be a 1-0 count now. Now someone besides Abrams is going to have to start hitting. We want runs. Coming set to Michaelis. The 1-0 to Rumfield, and that's inside ball 2. Eric asked, do you play baseball? I did up till last fall, and then the old arm just gave up on me. I was a pitcher. I enjoyed pitching a lot, and that's where I find that I get a lot of the knowledge of the game from playing, and I can bring a mindset of that to broadcasting. Here comes the 2-0. Swinging a ground ball, foul to be a 2-1 count. I used to played up towards last fall. I mean, I'm not going to say I did well because I can't judge myself on that, but I enjoyed playing. That's the thing. I enjoyed playing, and I really developed my slider late in my career, which became a good weapon as well to complement the fastball. But here comes the 2-1 to Rumfield. Swinging a fly ball, foul to be a 2-2 count. It was fun playing, but it's a whole lot of fun calling games too. So it'll be 2-2 here. Michael is now at 14 pitches. He'll face TJ Rumfield right here. 2-2 here. With no one gone, bottom of the third. Rumfield up to the plate. He's an open stance lefty right here. Michaelis comes set. It'll be a 2-2 to Rumfield. Here's the pitch. Low and in ball 3. So everybody, I do need to make an announcement right here. We will not be calling the game on Saturday this series. I will actually be at Citizens Bank Park. I'm going to head up to Philadelphia to go see a game. Yankees-Phillies. I probably have to go tell JJ at some point. Here's the 3-2 to Rumfield. Swinging a ground ball fair down the first base line. Meatball will flip it up, or Garcia's going to flip it up to Meatball, but they are going to say Rumfield fouled it off himself. Wow, that was actually really impressive. It went that far after fouling it off himself. Wow, really impressive actually. So still a 3-2 count here. Working a good AB against Meatball right here is Rumfield. But yeah, I will be at Citizens Bank Park. It'll be Yankees-Phillies. I'm probably going to tell JJ at some point. I'll begin up there. But Rumfield working a good AB here against Meatball. Meatball's got to find that put-away pitch right here. And you don't want to walk him. You don't want to put runners at first and second. But on the bright side, that would set up the double play. Here comes the 3-2. Swinging a ground ball. This is to Garcia. He will flip it up to Meatball. Identical play. Meatball covers the bag for out number 1. So basically the same play that just happened on that foul ball off of Rumfield after that dead ball. Ground ball to Garcia, and he flips it up to Meatball. Michaelis covering for out number 1. So there's one gone here. Moved Castro up to third. So that'll bring up Kyle Karros with a runner at third here with a 1 out. Really important here that Meatball can get an out without moving that runner, because you don't want to make it a 5-4 game right here. Get the out without moving the runner is really important here. Meatball looks in for his sign. He comes set right here. He'll face Karros. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Nunez makes the play, and all he can do is go to first. So that's out number 2. That was a high chopper. It was a really high chopper when it got to Nunez, so that's an RBI ground out. For Kyle Karros, it's a 5-4 game, so Rockies retake the lead. Right up the middle, a high chopper, really high. Nunez had to even leap to go get it. He wanted to come home with it, but he couldn't. Ruiz pointed to first. So that is out number 2, but a run scores as a 5-4 game. So I'll bring up Mickey Moniak right here at a single that drove in 1 earlier. Here comes the first pitch to the lefty, Moniak. Moniak takes a curveball in there, called strike 1. I played baseball a few years ago. Well, that's awesome, Eric. Love when players come in here as well. think a player brings a good opinion to the game. Here's the 0-1, and that's in the dirt, ball 1 with a fastball, so to be a 1-1 count after the 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Umpire heads down the first base line to say something. Maybe he's getting some more baseballs there, but he looked a little bit angry right there, actually. So maybe just getting some more baseballs. He was. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball. This is to Nunez. He backhands. Actually has to make a nice running play in time to Louis. Nice play by Nasim Nunez. But after the double, 3 ground outs does end up bringing in a run. So that will end the inning, everybody. 1 hit in the inning. Does bring in a run, though. No runners left on base. It's now a 5-4 game. Colorado has the lead as we're through 3, everybody. We will head to the top of the 4th. So we go to the top of the 4th, everybody. It'll be Lyle, Ruiz, and Smunez for the Nationals in the top of the 4th. So we go, everybody. One more thing to check out right here. If you're into football content, everybody, we have a channel for you. It's called Pure Adrenaline Football. Logo is right above me. It is featuring all your favorite creators and teams, including DN's Commanders coverage. So check out Pure Adrenaline Football right now. You can scan the QR code now to subscribe, or you can just go into YouTube and search up Pure Adrenaline Football. We're going to have football content, a lot of roundtable conversations. It's more than just play-by-play there. There's content. We answer questions. I think a lot of creators are involved in it. All your favorite creators are probably a part of it. We're covering a lot of teams. Some ones already locked in. PAS joined. Fitzy joined. Some other ones, I know there's some others in there. I can't remember them off the top of the old noggin. But, yeah, a lot of teams, a lot of creators locked in there. So go over there, subscribe to the channel. My videos are also being uploaded over there, as well as exclusive content that you can only find over there with me and other creators. So go subscribe to Pure Adrenaline Football right now. We will leave this screen up until play continues. But thank you so much for even considering it. It is free, so go subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, and you will enjoy the content. It'd be really nice to hit 100. I think we're at 55 right now, so it'd be really nice to hit 100 right before preseason begins. Get the channel up and flying before the season even begins as we head to the top of the 4th right here, everybody. The Rockies now have a 5-4 lead, but the Nationals have a really good offense, too. As we get to the top of the 4th, Dalen Lyle is going to lead it off for the Nationals right here. Dalen Lyle is going to come to the plate. So Lyle steps in. First pitch to Lyle is going to be high and away, ball 1 with an 89-mile-an-hour cutter. So to be a 1-0 count. Lorenzen going to call his own pitch there on the pitch column right there. So it'll be 1-0 here. Lorenzen to the wind. The 1-0 to Lyle. Lyle takes another changeup. And that's away ball 2, or just the first changeup, but it is away ball 2. So to be 2-0 now. Coming set's going to be Lorenzen, or excuse me, he works out of the wind. Here comes the 2-0 to Lyle. Lyle swings and fouls this one off. It's a 2-1 count now. Dalen Lyle, when leading off an inning, is hitting 271. So, really good there. So, to be a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch to Dalen. Lyle swings and hits this one out towards left center. Ranging over is McCarthy. Back now, and he makes the catch in the left center gap for out number 1, so Lyle is down, and that's out number 1 here in the top of the 4th. So 1 out here, top 4, and that'll bring up K-Barrett Ruiz now with a 1 away. K-Barrett Ruiz coming to the plate here. Ruiz, as we mentioned, is splitting time. You'll see Ruiz is splitting time with now Harry Ford, who's getting most of the starts against lefties. Here's the pitch to Ruiz. Ruiz takes a sinker upstairs, ball 1. Kevin's here. Your pet frog is lit. Yeah, that's not my pet, man. That is just a frog going off. I didn't think you could hear it, but the microphone is strong. You can just hear it. Here's the 1-0 to Ruiz. Ruiz takes a pitch right in there called strike 1. Yeah, really just, that is not a pet frog. That is just a frog that is probably near me that is going off. Here's the pitch to Ruiz, and that's inside, ball 2. The changeup to be 2-1. Thanks for tuning in, though, Kevin. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's game. I love the little things people notice. So we 2-1. 2-1 here with a 1 out with K-Barrett Ruiz up to the plate. There's the 2-1 to Ruiz. Ruiz takes a fastball away, ball 2. So it will be a 2-2 count now. 2-2 here with 1 out. Top 4. Nationals trail by 1 in a 5-4 game. This is a game where the bullpen can really affect it. I mean, in a close game like this, here's the 3-1, and Ruiz takes a sinker down low, ball 4. This is a game where the bullpen can really matter because, first of all, it's Meatball on the mound. And secondly, it may be a close game here in Colorado. A lot of runs being scored, a lot of people responding, as that'll bring up Nasim Nunez here with 1 away. Nunez, kind of a platoon guy, but he's playing every day. You'd see him as a platoon guy, but he's becoming a starter. Here's the pitch to Nunez. Nunez takes a sinker top part of the zone, called strike 1, so it will be an 0-1 count now. 0-1 here with a 1 out in the top of the 4th. Nunez up to the plate, slapped a single his first time up. Cummings sets Lorenzen at the belt. The 0-1 to Nunez is outside, ball 1 with a cutter, so it will be a 1-1 count now. 1-1, 1 away, top 4. 69 pitches for Lorenzen now. He's about to hit pitch 70. So his pitch count's pretty high for his 4th inning of work, but not a guy who traditionally goes long. Here's the pitch, and Nunez fouls this one off third base side. Not a guy who's going to give you 7 innings out every time, especially with an over 6 ERA coming into this game. They probably don't want him going too long. Maybe they'll go the piggyback strategy and not even have him face the order 2 times through. As now time is called by Nunez here. And last time out for Michael Lorenzen, he went 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs. 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. So decent inning. The 1-2, and Nunez grounds this one down the first baseline and foul. He went 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. A previous outing against the Dodgers, he pitched 6 innings. Only 3 runs given up, 2 of them earned. So he didn't do terrible. He won't be pitching to Abrams again for sure, says Kevin. Yeah, he won't. He is not going to mess with him at all. Not at all. So it'll be 1-2 here. Lorenzen set at the belt. Here's the pitch to Nunez. That's in the dirt, ball 2. So it'll be a 2-2 count. With the day that Abrams is having, I wouldn't want to pitch to Abrams either right here. I wouldn't want to mess with him at all. I would stay away. So to be 2-2 here with a 1 away right here. Lorenzen goes to the pitch comm right here. He looks in for his sign. He comes set. It'll be a 2-2. Here's the pitch to Nunez. Swinging a foul ball again. He fouls this one off third base side. We'll do 2-2 again, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, everybody. We're up to 19 likes. Let's go. Wonder if we can beat yesterday's number of 44. So it'll be 2-2 here. Lorenzen comes set. Here is the 2-2 to Nunez. Nunez swings and lines this one to right field. That's a base hit. Johnson will field this one. Stopping at second is going to be Keibert Ruiz, but Nasim Nunez with another base hit. Nunez has been raking ever since kind of July, and even into mid-June, he was having a great stretch. And it continues. Nasim Nunez is just hitting the ball. He is hitting well. He's doing what he needs to do. Nasim Nunez yesterday had a knock, so just continues to have those little hits. Doesn't hit for too much pop, but he gets on base. He puts bat to ball. So now catcher Goodman will come out and talk to Michael Lorenzen right here. Nasim Nunez having a stretch over his last 7 where he's hitting 300. Over his last 30 games, though, that's 89 at-bats. He has 31 hits. That's a 348 clip with 1 home run where he's also drawn 12 walks. He's struck it out 24 times, but he has 12 stolen bases over his last 89 at-bats and 30 games. So something's working there. So that'll bring up Jacob Young, who struck out his first time looking back in the 2nd inning. This time he has a chance to do some damage right here. Heck, you could put the Nats on top right here with just a swing here in Coors Field. Lorenzen sets. Here's the pitch to Jacob Young. Swinging a foul back. It'll be an 0-1 count. He just fouls that one straight back. So it's an 0-1 count. 0-1 here with 1 out, top of the 4th. Rockies have a 5-4 lead. 75 pitches for Lorenzen. Young up to the plate here. Young getting a start against a righty today, which is really good for him and his development. Here comes the 0-1 to Jacob Young. Young takes a sinker, called strike 2 on the low and outside corner. So it's an 0-2 count now. 0-2 here with 1 out. Lorenzen up to 76 pitches now. You got to work into his count. Looks like they do have an arm up. Brennan Bernardino is now getting his throws in. And that's a lefty arm, so they might have him face James Wood, who's on deck right now, if Lorenzen gets to that point. The 0-2, Young swinging a miss on a sweeper, low and away, or high and away, excuse me. Young is down swinging, and that's strikeout number 5 for Michael Lorenzen. So 2 outs now, runners at first and second. That'll bring up James Wood now. James Wood, a guy who traditionally does damage, but he also has had second half fall-offs. But let's hope he doesn't. Let's hope he stays with the way he's raking right now. Coming set is Lorenzen. Here's the first pitch now to James Wood. Wood swings and fouls this one back. It's an 0-1 count off the netting. So to be 0-1 here to James Wood, whose average has fallen to 270. Still has 28 home runs, 66 runs driven in, and a 9.49 OPS. He's over 2 on the day in today's game. I'd really like for James Wood to just get a hit right here. Put the ball into play, tie this game right here. Nothing too crazy. Here's the 0-1. And Wood grounds this one foul. It's an 0-2 count. So 0-2 here with 2 outs. I mean, the cause of his struggles last second half was really rooted in the home run derby. He tried to start elevating balls. He was trying to pull things. First half, he was going oppo, dead center, and he was hitting tanks. So this is his first time, I believe, playing in Coors consistently in the leadoff hole. Maybe that's affecting it. The 0-2, and Wood lines this one down the left field line. That's a base hit towards the corner. Left fielder will chase after that one. Ruiz is going to score. Nunez could round home third. He may try to score. He's going to score. James Wood delivers with an RBI double. You guessed it, to the opposite field. James Wood with an RBI double down the line to score 2, and the Nationals retake the lead. It's 6-5. James Wood delivers and adds on 2 more for the Washington Nationals. His first time up, he had a similar rip where he went oppo. That time he puts a little air under it, just ropes it to left field. Traditionally, James Wood, an opposite field hitter. Oppo Taco right there has himself a couple RBIs. So James Wood delivers, scores Ruiz from second, and from first is Nunez. So now a visit right here. Looks like Michael Lorenzen's day is over. After 3 2/3, they're going to go to Brendan Bernardino right here. Brendan Bernardino is going to come into the game with 2 outs. Lorenzen's day is over after 3 2/3 innings of work. We ended up giving up 7 hits. We have his run total for now at 6. So for now, it's 6 runs. We don't know what it could be over time with Wood at second. It could get up to higher, but the Nationals retake the lead, everybody. 2 more to do. Let's go. 2 runs on the board.
N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo! N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo!
So it's a 6-5 game now. James Wood just kind of roping one to left field. Got a nice piece of it. Puts it to left. So the Nationals now have a 6-5 lead. So let's get our final line here on Michael Lorenzen. So Bernardino will take over. 3 2/3 worked by Michael Lorenzen, not Carson Palmquist. 7 hits given up by Lorenzen. 6 runs for now. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He'd give up 2 home runs. So his ERA is now a 6.53. So now let's look at Bernardino a little bit closer right here. Brennan Bernardino, who's going to take over right here. So he's a left-handed arm. He's 3-3 with a 2.90 ERA. 47 games, 2 of them starts. He has a save. So, I mean, he started 2 games, but traditionally he's not going to give you a whole long man outing. He can work he'll work 1 1/3 every so often. He'll work 1 1/3. I think his longest outing this year has been 1 1/3 right here, so nothing too crazy. They're not expecting him to go 2 innings, get him some length. They're expecting Bernardino just to get the outs needed right here. So his only batter right here could be Luis Garcia Jr. even. But Louis will get the first shot here at Brennan Bernardino as the lefty comes into the game. So Bernardino will take over right here, a lefty into the game. You got to wonder, are they going to start going to the bullpen arms here when they go to the lefty arms? Are the Nationals going to go to their righty hitters immediately, or are they going to stick with the lefties for now, see where it goes? Or do they pinch hit Chappie right here? Maybe you see Chaparro. So James Wood's now at second here with 2 away, and Bernardino is going to take over on the mound right here. So Bernardino takes over on the mound. So Louis will come up to the plate here. Runner at second, 2 outs. First pitch to Garcia. Call on strike 1 on the lone inside corner. That curveball didn't look like it clipped, but umpire Bruce Dreckman had different opinions there, so it'd be no 1 count to Louis. Louis doesn't have as much pop against lefties, but his average is still decent against them. Here's the 0-1. Garcia flails at a curveball on the low and outside corner. It's an 0-2 count. Can't get that one, so to be 0-2 here. Got it that time. So coming set here is going to be Bernardino, who has 6 pitches to work with. Here's the 0-2 to Garcia. He swings and pops this one up. Shallow left center. Ranging over is McCarthy and center fielder Carrig. It will be Carrig's ball out there in left center. He makes the catch for out number 3, but the Nationals retake the lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 6-5 now. James Wood with an RBI double down the line. So 2 runs in the inning. So Lorenzen's final line will have 6 runs on it over 3 2/3. He gives up 6 runs. The Nationals did get to him. Now Meatball has to hold this lead. Meatball has to go to work, who gave up that double but then got 3 ground balls. So he's just settling in now. But Bernardino coming out of the pen right here gets the 1 out he needs. He retires Garcia. So Bernardino coming in the 4th is successful right there. But let's see if he goes out for the 5th. But here we go. Meatball Michaelis will go out for the bottom of the 4th. Michaelis has had decent outings. He's had a decent stretch. That's the thing. He's not been terrible over these last few. He had a great outing against the Yankees last time out. He had a spectacular time last time he faced the Yankees. He had a good outing. That's the thing. He did not do terrible in that game, in this 6-5 game. You just want him to have a good outing against the Yankees. He worked 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts, but 0 on the board there. So in the month of July, just the month of July, he has a 6.30 ERA because he had that bad outing against Houston where he worked 6 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs. But that one outing against New York was encouraging. This is a guy, a veteran who's trying to play back to form. When he works less, he seems to do well. But there's that one inning out in Seattle, June 14th, 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs. He's had good outings before where he went long. But there's other outings where he just gets shelled over 6 innings. So be nice for him to find a victory right here. A guy who just can't seem to find it. He's 3-7 with a 5.55 ERA up to this inning, but you really hope he can find it, play back to form. A guy who's a former All-Star, played most of his career with Seattle, played some time with San Diego to start his career, then went to Texas for a year, then goes to play in Japan, comes back to Seattle. Now he's here with DC, probably towards the end of his career, the age 37 vet. His first pitch now to Johnston. Swing and a miss on a curveball. It's an 0-1 count. Johnston way ahead of that one. And it is an 0-1 count to Troy Johnston up to the plate. 0-1 here with no one out in the bottom of the 4th. Johnston had a sac fly first time up, so it doesn't count as an AB, so it's just a plate appearance. Meatball into the wind here. Here comes the 0-1 to Johnston. The pitch is low ball 1 with that 94-mile-an-hour fastball still. So you can still rear back, touch the mid-90s, maybe up to 95 maybe. He won't really touch 96. That's probably the slowest. That's the fastest he won't touch. Maybe 96 if he really grunts it. Here comes the 1-1 from Meatball. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, but Abrams is playing right there, and he fires to first in time for out number 1. So 3 straight ground outs now for Meatball. Besides that RBI ground out, you don't really want to count that. So you have 4 really straight. So Meatball settling in now, and he got him to hit right into the shift. Curtis Mead was playing in, expecting a bunt from Johnston right there, but it had Abrams playing right up the middle to make the play for the first out of the inning. So 1 out here, and that'll bring up Ezekiel Tovar now, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, as Michaelis goes back to the wind. First pitch here to Tovar is going to clip the top part of the zone with a called strike on a sweeper, so it's an 0-1 count now. Ezekiel Tovar hitting 197, so the numbers are not backing him up here. Here comes the 0-1 from Michaelis. Swinging a fly ball, hit out to left, ranging over is Lyle, but this one is going to be in foul ground out of play, so it'll be an 0-2 count. 0-2 here, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Meatball trying to settle in right here to an 0-2 to Tovar. Maybe the outside sweeper right here would be nice. Get him into chase right here. On an 0-2, Tovar is going to be desperate. Here's the pitch from Michaelis. Swinging a shot out towards center field, ranging over is Young back now. Young under it now, and Jacob Young makes the catch for out number 2. Jacob Young covers a lot of ground out there in center field. He can cover left center field, right center field, center field. He's going to cover it all right there, ranging back towards right center to make the catch. So 5 straight outs for Miles Michaelis now, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. In a 6-5 game where the Nationals find themselves leading here in the bottom of the fourth. Got that lead back. And just a reminder, Abrams will hit in the top of the fifth as the pitch from Michaelis is going to be a 94-mile-an-hour fastball called strike one at Jake McCarthy, and it is an 0-1 count. Jake McCarthy had an RBI double where he advanced to third on the throw. Here's the 0-1, and he slaps this one foul third base side, and it's an 0-2 count. Really good for James Wood to have that RBI double back in the top of the fourth. Get back into that rhythm he had. I mean, second half hasn't started off very great. The 0-2 is upstairs, ball one with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Michaelis can't get the call. But James Wood settling in once again, playing back to form. It is really good to see him playing at this level. A guy who's just going to be good for years and years to come. You really just hope he can figure out the second half as this one is fouled off of McCarthy's foot. So do 1-2 again here. And that's something some guys have to figure out. And sometimes just the little things like learning to perform second half is something you got to learn. So to be 1-2 here from Meatball to McCarthy. Michaelis into the wind here. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a foul back. We'll do 1-2 again. Hey, sir, we trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball? You got to say it with a southern accent. Eddie Harris, what's up, man? Thank you so much for tuning in. Eric, I believe it was, so thank you for tuning in. It'll be a 1-2 here. I believe it was Eric there. Meatball into the wind. Here comes the 1-2 to McCarthy. Swing! And a miss on the inside slider, and Michaelis lets out a little yell. Meatball Michaelis' first strikeout on the evening, and that's out number 3. Chris, all right, I'm sorry. Your username just doesn't say anything. I apologize, Chris. The name's just trying to get to me. So 1-2-3 inning there. 6 in a row for Miles Michaelis now. So we head to the top of the fifth, everybody. It's a 6-5 game. Yeah, bad with names. But yes, one of the best quotes from Eddie Harris. I plan on this Thursday, we're calling a minor league game, and I don't wear any Rochester Red Wings gear, so I am going to end up wearing a Ricky Vaughn Cleveland Indians jersey, which I'm really excited to wear. Cleveland Indians jersey. Eddie Harris, though. If I could get an Eddie Harris jersey, that'd be awesome. Eddie Harris uniform. Eddie Harris, TV legend. Great outing. I mean, in a clinch game where you had to clinch for the playoffs against the Mets, or it was the Yankees. It was the Yankees. He goes 8 1/3. He goes up 8 2/3. He works into the 9th. That's a really good outing. And then Ricky Vaughn comes in and gives a gem. So if I could get an Eddie Harris jersey, that'd be cool. But I do have Vaughn, which is really awesome too. And looks like you can get an Eddie Harris jersey online. But I'm fine. I got a Ricky Vaughn jersey. Yep, it is, sir. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, Chris. Got to remember these names sometimes. Eric, one of my friends, is here. All right. Yes, it is Eric. All right. I thought it was. There you go. We would go to the top of the fifth. It'll be Tenna, Abrams, and Meade. But yeah, really cool movie. Major League, one of the funniest movies. I got a Major League sound effect right here. I do a Major League sound effect. We'll play it when it's needed. Hint, it involves Harry Doyle. So Harry Doyle, the iconic man, Harry Doyle. A great movie character played by Bob Uecker. Rest in peace, Bob Uecker. A legend in the play-by-play world. Mr. Baseball. So we go top of the fifth, everybody. Nationals now hold a 6-5 lead. So just so you know, Boston Red Sox, their last loss, people are going to say how good their stretch was. Their last loss was to the Nationals. So, last loss was to the Nationals. I'm just going to say that. We beat the unbeatable team before they became unbeatable. As Chappie's going to pinch hit right here for Jose Tenna. Andres Chaparro, who's red hot, is going to get a pinch hit opportunity right here. Andres Chaparro, who's been great of late. Few home runs. The pitch to Chaparro is way outside. Ball one from Bernardino. It's a 1-0 count. That one is way out of the zone.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
There you go, Tribe. And he almost got hit by Dorn. So coming set here is going to be Bernardino. Here comes the 1-0 to Chaparro. Chaparro takes a pitch way inside, ball 2, so it's a 2-0 count. Do you think Eddie Yean will pitch today? Yeah, Dan, I think there's a very high chance that Eddie Yean pitches today. Minor leagues don't play on Monday, so he is fresh to pitch. I think there's a good chance. Here's the 2-0 to Chaparro, and he swings and hits this one out towards right center. Coming in is Johnston, and he will make the catch for out number 1. Right fielder Johnston makes the catch for out number 1 on that fly ball, so Chaparro is down. That's out number 1 here in the top of the 5th. Chaparro goes down. Yeah, I think there's a very good point we get to see Eddie Yean in his return to the big leagues. Is Ford catching tonight? Harry Ford is in fact not catching tonight. Keibert Ruiz is, because we started the game facing a righty, so they put Ruiz, the switch hitter, into the game. Here's the pitch to Abrams, and Abrams takes a sinker in there, called strike one. Yeah, Ruiz. Ruiz is catching. And he is in the order. Ruiz is hitting 7th in the order. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk and a run. Here comes the 0-1 from Bernardino to Abrams, and Abrams takes another sinker inside, ball 1. So, couple inside sinkers, but yeah, Ruiz there. And looks like Abrams has jumped back up into first in RBI leaders, tied with only the home run derby champ, Jordan Walker, at 76, the 1-1. And Abrams hits this one out towards center, coming in as Carrig, but going out is the shortstop, Tovar, and Tovar is the one to make the catch just a couple steps onto the grass for out number 2. So Bernardino has now worked a full inning. He faces 3 batters so far. All 3 put away in 9 pitches. That'll bring up Curtis Mead now. Abrams down on the flyout. First time he's been put away on the evening. He's 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs and 2 bombs. So here's the pitch. And Mead's low ball, and he was one of our best prospects for a long time. Oh, yeah. He's always a good prospect. I like that he's playing now. It's really nice to see Harry Ford playing at the big league level now. Here's the pitch to Mead. Called strike 1 with a sinker on the outside corner. So it's a 1-1 count now. Curtis Mead up to the plate here in a 6-5 game. Nice for Curtis Mead maybe right here to add some runs onto the board. Bernardino looks in for his sign right here. He comes set. It'll be a 1-1 to Curtis Mead. Here's the pitch. And Mead takes a sinker on the outside corner. Called strike 2. Mead didn't like the call. He said something here to the umpire. Now he gets a timeout. So it'll be a 1-2 here with 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Nationals hold 6-5 lead. I think it'd be likely we see Yean get on the mound if Michaelis has a good outing, though. The 1-2 is way outside, ball 2. The changeup once again. Can't clip the zone that time at all.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
So it'll be 2-2 here with 2 outs. Mead up to the plate. Here's the pitch. Mead swinging a miss. He goes after that curveball last second, and he's down swinging for out number 3. Bernardino gets a 1-2-3 inning. So here in the 5th, the Nationals can't get anything going. We will head to the bottom of the 5th, everybody. It is still the Nationals 6, Colorado 5, as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Nationals hold a 1-run lead. So it'll be Carrick, Goodman, and Castro for the Rockies in the bottom of the 5th. Meatball will head back out there for his 2nd full inning of work, or his 3rd full inning of work now. He's had a good stretch now. He's settling in now as we head to the bottom of the 5th, everybody. I think today, obviously, Tom Cosgrove's available. He threw 10 pitches yesterday. He's probably available to pitch today. Palmquist is 100% not available. He already pitched in the game. Rabalta is available. Rabalta's a decent arm. Beater's available. But if we come to the 9th, give me Tom Cosgrove. Don't give us Clayton Beater. Throw Cosgrove back out there for the 9th. Let Tom Cosgrove keep rolling. He's the best ERA in the bullpen right now. Tom Cosgrove is our best arm out of the pen right now. 0 ERA over multiple innings pitched. Almost 3 2/3. I think it's 3 2/3 innings pitched. Scoreless. Get Tom Cosgrove back out there. Cosgrove is probably your best arm right now. And he's just a random arm. He really only throws a sweeper and a fastball, a low arm angle, over 4 2/3 innings, 4 strikeouts, and a 0 ERA. This is a guy before who had a 3.62 ERA career after having a 1.75 over 54 games in 2023. So he had a good start. Cosgrove and Yean dynamic duo. Yeah, I love Cosgrove. That's the thing. Tom Cosgrove is my guy out of the bullpen right now. He's our guy for now. A lot of people will talk about this guy's our guy, that guy's our guy. Cosgrove, for now, for the play he's given us, is our guy for now. He is our closer. He's our best arm out of the pen for now, especially with his save right there. But obviously, he had his best year of his career in 2023 with San Diego, a 1.75 ERA. Let's see if we can bring that out to the team. First pitch here from Meatball to Carrig is going to be upstairs, ball 1 with a sinker, so it's a 1-0 count. I think you'd see Cosgrove from the 9th. Maybe Rabalta gets 8th inning work. Yean gets middle inning work. Meatball Into the wind here. Here comes the 1-0 to Carrig. And that's outside ball to the sliders, so to be a 2-0 count. In 2024 with San Diego, he works 18 games and does not have good time. He didn't work as well. But then 2025, he bounces back with Chicago over 2 games. Here's the 2-0. Just high, ball 3. Ruiz first went to challenge it, but he doesn't. We might get a replay on this one, though. It'd be nice to see where that pitch was. Just looked a little bit upstairs. So to be a 3-0 here from Meatball to Carrig. Michaelis into the wind here. It'll be a 3-0. Here's the pitch. That's right in there. Called strike one with a fastball at 93 miles an hour. It'll be a 3-1 count. Michaelis looks in for his sign. He's got it. Now he goes into the wind. The 3-1. Swinging a fly ball. Out to left. Going back is Lyle. Onto the track. And Dalen Lyle makes the catch on the track for out number 1. Carrig went opposite field with that one. Gave it a decent rip. But he just flies out to left field. So Meatball has retired 7 in a row now. So Michaelis really settling in right here. That one was hit high. Hit far, though. So now that'll bring up Hunter Goodman. Hunter Goodman, a dangerous hitter. One of the best hitters in the NL, starting for the All-Star team. The Rockies starter in the All-Star game. He's the starting catcher. Here comes the first pitch to Goodman. Swing and a miss at a slider. It's an 0-1 count. Cole Carrig hit that ball 351 feet, 96 off the bat. That was a hard hit out. So it'll be 0-1 here. 0-1 here with a 1 away. Michaelis into the wind here. Here comes the 0-1 to Michaelis, or Goodman, and that's outside ball 1. So 1-1 here with the 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. So to be 1-1 here with 1 out to Goodman. Michaelis into the wind here. Here comes the 1-1 to Goodman now. Swinging a fly ball. Out to right, going back is Wood. At the track, at the wall, and it's off the wall. Wood will have to play it off the wall. He'll fire this one in hard, but that will leave Goodman at second. So Hunter Goodman with a double here with 1 gone. Goodman got a good piece of it. Sends it out to right field for a double off the wall. Meatball gives up another meatball. That was a pitch right in the zone for him to crush right there. So Hunter Goodman hits that one pretty hard. So double off the wall. So now there's a runner at second here with 1 gone, and that'll bring up Willie Castro. Had a big momentum double, and he later scored. So now, runner in scoring position right here. I mean, for now, you just want to hold this lead. Here's the first pitch to Castro. Swing and a miss at a curveball. It's no 1 count. So that's the breaks the 7-man streak. But Hunter Goodman hits a meatball. That was a pitch on the outside corner. 94-6 sinker just right there. So rounds up to 95, though. A sinker a little bit outside, not even too much out of the zone. So it'll be 0-1 here. Coming sets meatball. Here comes the 0-1 to Castro. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, broken bat, right to the first baseman Garcia. Flips it up to Michaelis, covering in time for out number 2. Castro breaks his bat on that ground out right to Garcia, who flips it up to Meatball. So there's 2 outs. Moves Goodman up to third. So 2 away here. Meatball with a chance to get him big out right here in the bottom of the 5th. This is a momentum changer right here. Looks like some movement in the bullpen, at least for the Rockies. Nothing too much for the Nationals. So 2 outs here. That'll bring up Rumfield here with 2 away in the bottom of the field. Rumfield, that's a good name in the bottom of the 5th. Good name. TJ Rumfield. Got to say it like you're revving up a car. That's a good way to see it. You got to say it like you're revving up a car. Rumfield. Coming set is Michaelis. First pitch to the Rumfield, and he swings and hits this one to right field, but that is foul down the first base line. Lucky there. Just a little too early, so it's an 0-1 count. That would have been dangerous right there. That's probably a hit if it's fair, but just barely foul. So it'll be an 0-1 count now. 0-1 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Meatball looks in for his sign. He's got it, and he comes set. Here comes the 0-1 to Rumfield. Swinging a line drive, right field. That's a base hit, and we're tied. Wood will grab this one. Coming in to score on the play is Goodman. We're tied at 6 as they threw that one in at first. Garcia should have covered the bag because Rumfield took a wide turn around first, but that is an RBI single for TJ Rumfield. So that ties the game, and it's all knotted up at 6. So 2 hits in the inning, and they Get a run right here. It's tied at 6 here in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring Karros to the plate. Has an RBI ground out in today's game. Michaelis looks in for a sign. He comes set facing Karros now. Here's the pitch. Swing and a sword swing that time. It's an 0-1 count. Sword swing on the low and away sweeper, and it is an 0-1 count now. Karros up to the plate here facing Michaelis. Michaelis sets. The 0-1. That's low and away ball one with a sweeper. That was the same pitch he just chased. This time he lays off it, so to be a 1-1 count. We are all knotted up at 6, everybody. I mean, now you got to think about the bullpen. Who is going to come out of the pen here? Here comes the 1-1 from Meatball. Swinging a ground ball, foul first base line, so to be a 1-2 count. Just saying, Eddie Yean, he worked 2 innings in his debut. He can work multiple innings. And then Cosgrove for the 9th. And then you have an 8th inning guy. You have Rebalta, who's a good 8th inning guy. Eddie Yean for the 9th. Just saying. Maybe I got to call up Paul DeBoni. I definitely have his personal phone number. I can call him up. Tell him, hey, warm up Eddie Yean. I know you're not in Colorado probably. Get him warm up. Maybe we can figure out what the bullpen phone's direct line is. The 1-2, swinging a fly ball out to right, but James Wood will come in. He's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3, so that will end the inning, everybody. But 2 hits in the inning provide a run, so it is tied at 6, everybody. 1 man left on base through the 2 hits. We're through 5, everybody. We're all knotted up at 6 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. A very high-scoring game right here, 12 runs total in the game so far. And we're tied at 6. So it looks like Fernando Tatis just hit a 474-foot home run. Oh, my tank. So here we go. Top of the 6th inning, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Be sure to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Help out the channel a little bit. Looks like we got a couple more finals here. Looks like the Rays beat the Blue Jays 12-2. And the Padres beat the Braves 8-3. That's the only new scores here. Looks like in the top of the 3rd, Reds beating the Mariners 1-0. D-Bats beating the Athletics 3-1 in the top of the 3rd inning. Angels beating the Cardinals 5-zip. Astros beating the Marlins 5-3. Rangers beating the White Sox 10-0 now. Cubs slaughtering the Tigers still 11-0. Mets have a 4-0 lead on the Brewers in the top of the 9th. So they're looking to add on a little bit. Those Mets there in the top of the 9th. 2 runners on with a 1 out in the top of the 9th. They're trying to add on. Royals have a 3-2 lead on the Giants, and looks like they won the game. So that's another, just a final score right here, 3-2 final. Royals beat the Giants. Dodgers are beating the Phillies 2-1 in the bottom of the 9th, so they're trying to put away a victory on the road. So those are all the games besides ours. Just there in a nutshell right there. As we head to the top of the 6th inning, C.J. Abrams is raking today. 2 home runs. Looks like Rochester beat Buffalo 7-3. The Rochester Red Wings got the win to start their series in Buffalo, New York. So an early 3-0 lead for Buffalo, and then Abimelec Ortiz with a double. Then Max Romero tied it with a single. Then Abimelec Ortiz with another double. And then Brady House with a double. So that was really all the scoring today. So here we go, top of the 6th. We're tied at 6 here in Colorado for the Nats game. But here we go, top 6. Looks like we got a new arm out there. Victor Vodnik will take over right here. He has a 5.64 ERA. He pitched yesterday. He pitched the 9th inning where he actually did give up 2 hits and a run. So coming set is Vodnik from the right side. He's a righty. First pitch to Lyle. Swing and a miss at a fastball at 99 miles an hour. It's no 1 count. So Vodnik takes the mound for the Rockies right here in this situation. We'll get Bernardino's final line in a second. Coming sets Vodnik, the 0-1, and Lyle takes a fastball called. Strike 2 on the high and out corner, so it's an 0-2 count. .1 innings worked by Bernardino, so Lyle up to the plate here. And to meet 0-2, Vodnik comes set. Here comes the 0-2 to Lyle. Lyle swings and grounds this one down the first base line. That's fair. Goes into foul ground. Now bounces off the wall. Left fielder will field it. Dalen Lyle will cruise in a second right here. Dalen Lyle hits the meditation celebration with a double here to start the inning off of Victor Vodnik. Lyle slaps that one down the left field line. This team, this Rockies team, is playing a lot of third basemen and shortstop are not playing the lefties to go opposite field. So it is perfect when a guy like Dalen Lowell or James Wood can slap one the other way, as they did right there. So now that'll bring up K-Barrett Ruiz, runner at second here with no one gone. I think I redirected to you. Hopefully it worked. What's up, Sinbin? Thank you so much for the redirect. Thank you so much, Sinbin, for that redirect. The pitch to Ruiz, and he grounds this one to the second baseman who fields cleanly. He'll fire it over to first in time for out number 1, but that will move Lyle up to third. Thank you so much, Sinbin, for the redirect. Everybody be sure to check out Sinbin's stream. He covers hockey, baseball, basketball, everything you need you can find over on Sinbin. Football as well. Thank you so much, Sinbin, for that redirect. So now there's a runner at third here with one out. Chance for the Nationals to add on with Nasim Nunez up to the plate right here. Maybe run some small ball right here with Nunez up to the plate. Coming sets Vodnik. First pitch right here to Nunez is outside, ball 1. Nunez is not a guy who usually elevates the ball, but that's what the Nationals could use right here is elevation of the ball. And it's not something he does. Only 4 batters face for Bernardino, no hits. So the infield is in right here. So it'd be nice if Nunez just get a knock right here. The 1-0 chopped up the middle. Second baseman has it. The throw home is in time. Lyle's in a rundown now, and he's tagged out for out number 2. Now Nunez in a rundown. They've got him in a double play. Oh my gosh. Now Nasim Nunez trying to work his way out of it, and he slides, and he's out. Oh my gosh. The only thing the Nationals could do wrong right there is get into a double play. Let's go. We're up to 3 subscribers gained. We're up to 656, but oh my gosh. That is a very interesting sequence right there. Very interesting sequence. Lyle was headed home, so they get him there. They get him on the 4-2 put out. 4-2 put out. Did it work? Thank you. Yes, Sinbin, it did work. Eric saying hey to him. Yeah. Interesting scene right there. A 4-2 put out to get out Lyle. And that's a double play. Oh my gosh. So it's a fielder's choice double play. Willie Castro to catcher Hunter Goodman to first baseman TJ Rumfield to second baseman Willie Castro. So the full compilation right there is he gets on first on the play. He gets to first on the fielder's choice. All you needed to do was not do that. So they go 4-2, 3-4 to put away Nunez. 4-2, 3-4 to put away Nunez. That'll end the inning, only 3 batters faced. Man. That is not what you want to see right there. A double play. Probably the worst outcome right there. So that's probably the worst outcome. 1 hit in the inning, no runners left on base. What are the bottom of 6, everybody? We are tied. Let's go. We're up to 657. Caden's here. What's up, Caden? He says, hey there, I'm from Sinbin Stream. What channel is this? I'm District Nation, YouTube's home of DC Sports. Sorry, I missed most of the stream, Sinbin, yeah. Sinbin also with the phenomenal WNBA coverage. Oh, yeah, I mentioned basketball. He does basketball, football. Yeah, not a good situation right there, Jalen. Yeah, not good there. A double play. So here we go. Bottom of the 6. Not what you want to see right there. Especially Vodnik coming into the game. An arm that we put runs on last night. First pitch from Meatball is fouled off by Moniak, so it's an 0-1 count. Nunez just rounds first, headed to second. He isn't really hustling. Then he slips around first, so he's out. And what are you doing, Nunez? He blew a bubble when he headed to second. He was blowing a bubble instead of actually playing the game. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a curveball. Of all the things to be doing. Of all the things. So he slips. And then he blows a bubble while he's doing it. So the 0-2 here. He blows a bubble while he's doing it. Here comes the 0-2 to Moniak. And that's in the dirt, ball 1. So to be a 1-2 here, bottom of the 6th inning, we're tied at 6. And that outcome back in the bottom of the 6th is not what you want to see. So to be 1-2, worst player to have at that time. Nunez isn't a good hitter. I mean, he's not a terrible hitter. That's the thing. He's not usually a bad hitter. It's going to be a 1-2. Here's the pitch from Michaelis. Swinging a fly ball, foul. We'll do 1-2 again. The Nationals just cannot lose to the worst team in baseball. Yeah. you want the win. You want the win. I mean, we're tied at 6 here, and the Nationals bullpen could be decent going second half. They could be decent. I mean, so far they've been decent. So it'll be a 1-2. Here's the pitch to Moniak. Low and inside, ball to the curveball. So it will be a 2-2 count now. Meatball used the opener strategy. So here in the bottom of the 6th, he's only at 54 pitches. So it'll be a 2-2. Here's the pitch to Moniak. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out to right center. Going back is Wood. At the track, at the wall. And it's gone. Mickey Moniak leaves the yard, and the Rockies have a 7-6 lead. Mickey Moniak leaves, and the Rockies now lead. So that one leaves the yard. Mickey Moniak sends it out of here. It's a 7-6 game. Luckily, he's the first hitter of the inning. No damage done, really, besides the home run. Moniak leaves the yard. It's a 7-6 game here in the bottom of the 6th. That is not what you want to see right there. Meatball throws down the rosin bag in anger after it. First pitch is going to be inside, ball 1 to Johnston. It's a 1-0 count. Home run number 16 for Mickey Moniak. The 1-0 to Johnston. That is called strike 1, slider, bottom part of the zone, so it's a 1-1 count now. RBI number 42 for Moniak on the season as well. And Meatball Michaelis just continues to struggle out there on the mound. I mean, now he's given up 3 earned runs. Palmquist gave up 4. And now what you want to see from the Nationals. Michaelis into the wind here. It'll be a 1-1 to Johnston. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball right off of Michaelis, but he recovers. He'll swing over to first in time for out number 1. Nice play by Miles Michaelis right there. Ground ball to him off of his glove, so it goes in front of him, so he goes to grab the ball. Then he slings over to first on a sidearm, and he makes the play for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. It's a 7-6 game now. Nationals now trail by 1 to the Rockies. You know, the Rays won 12-2 over Jays. 0 signs of life displayed in Toronto. Ugh. Sorry to hear that, Sinbin. But 1 out here. That'll bring up Ezekiel Tovar, who's 0-2 on the day. Meatball into the line. First pitch to Tovar. Swinging a foul ball off of Ruiz, so to be a 0-1 count. Blue Jays have no life. I mean, the Blue Jays, they are under 5. They haven't been terrible. You could be worse. That's the thing. That's my opinion, is you could be worse. So in the poll, we got 67 votes. Let's go. And it looks like 84% of people say Nationals. So here comes the 0-1 to Tovar. He grounds this one down the third baseline. Meade makes a great play. Fires it to first, and Garcia can't make the pick. Meade throws a one-hopper to Garcia. He should be able to pick that one out of the ground, but he can't. We'll see who the air goes to. Meade makes an impressive play. What a play by Curtis Meade, though. What a play. Spectacular play by Curtis Meade. Makes a play, has to reach over, fires it to Garcia on a one-hop, and he can't make the play. Not really a fire. He didn't really throw that one hard over. Then Garcia can't pick it out of the ground. So now a runner at first here. We'll see the air goes to. But now that'll bring up Jake McCarthy, a dangerous hitter. Here's the pitch, and McCarthy takes a fastball, low ball 1. So we'll see who the air goes to right here. Either E5 or E3, or if they give it to Meade for one-hopping the throw, or to Garcia for not picking it out of the ground. So they're going to call it a throwing error. Here comes the 1-0 from Michaelis. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a low and inside slider. So it's a 1-1 count now. 1-1 here with 1 out. So McCarthy now has a 1-1 count, but E5, so they call it on Curtis Meade. Wow. Surprised that they called on Curtis Meade. Meatball sets. Here comes the 1-1 of McCarthy. Swinging a ground ball down the line. That's a base hit to right field. Wood grabs it. Stopping at second is going to be Tovar. Wood gets it in quickly. So it's just a single for Jake McCarthy. Base hit to right. So runners at first and second now with 1 out. Maybe the Nationals have someone warming up right here. You want to get out of this situation. You stream the all Nationals games. It seems like a pretty good channel. I should join your streams more often. Huge Sinbin fan, really frustrated after watching that Jays game. I don't stream every Nationals game, but this is YouTube's home of DC sports. We do Nationals, Wizards, Commanders. I try to mix it all together. Of course, as many Nationals games as I can during the summer, and then During the fall, we cover most of the Commanders game, then some Wizards games mixed in there as well. But during the summer, I cover as many Nationals games as I can, but I also like to hit ballparks and such. And I have a vacation planned this summer for a week, so that'll be one time I am going to be not being calling games. So, looks like Justin Lawrence was the corresponding move with Eddie Yean. Justin Lawrence DFA'd today. And Eddie Yean is the corresponding move. Honestly, I like the Yean move. Yean's a very good arm. So runners at first and second here with one out. Let's see if Meatball can get out of this situation with Carrick here with one down. Cole Carrick will hit. Here's the pitch. And Carrick takes a curveball, low ball one. PAS Network in the house. What's up, Charles? Smash some free subs and hit the like button. Let's go. Thank you so much, Sinbin. And now PAS for the redirects. Thank you so much. Everyone coming over from Sinbin Stream or Pure Adrenaline Sports, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Coming set's going to be Michaelis. Here comes the 1-0 to Carrig. That's inside ball 2. If you don't know me, my name is District Nation. I cover DC Sports. This is YouTube's home of DC Sports. We have series previews, which is my big thing. I preview every series for the Nationals. It looks like the Rockies are going to get a challenge here. And it will be a ball. So is this one going to be overturned? Yes. So it's going to be a 2-0 count. Meatball thought he got the called strike. He can't. So to be a 2-0 count. Now you got to really probably get someone warming up here. Meatball's starting to struggle a little bit at 65 pitches. Here's the 2-0. So I'm going to line drive. Picked by Garcia, but he can't field it cleanly. Nunez grabs it, rounding third. He rounds third, back into third, and the throw is away from Meade. Oh my gosh. So the throw is away from Meade, but he does field it. So now the bases are loaded. That is off the glove of Garcia, and then taking a very wide turn after third is Tovar. And then Nunez decides to throw it to third because it goes off of Garcia's gloves into shallow right. Nunez grabs it, fires to third, and it's off of Meade's glove. Meade didn't even get it. Oh my gosh. Wow. So the bases are loaded here. Let's see how many errors are awarded right there. Now Ruiz is going to come out, talk to Meatball real quickly here, just the two of them, so it's not a mound visit. 658 subscribers. Let's go. Hogan's Heroes here, he says, came over from the Mets game. What's up, Hogan's Hero? Thank you so much for tuning in. So we're going to give him a single. Wow. They're going to give him a single right here, so no errors on the play. Looks like Rockies are calling this Tarps Off Tuesday. But bases loaded here. Second base hit in a row. So runners at first, second, and third. The bases are all loaded for Hunter Goodman. Hunter Goodman will come to the plate here. But thank you so much for coming over, Hogan's Hero. Sam says, dang it, yeah. Oh, wow. Blake Butera is going to make the call right here. Yeah, what a game. Punch/counter punch. Here we go. Meatball Michaelis' day is over. So Miles Michaelis will get a few high fives right here. He said something. Oh, wow. He said something to the infield right here. He comes off the mound. I'd like to know what he said right there to the infield. It did not look like it was a happy words there. Hogan says Evening District. What's up, Hogan's Hero? Man. So let's see what the corresponding move is right here. Michaelis. We'll check his final line right here. Get his line in the book as Miles Michaelis. Day is over. Thanks for subscribing, Arthur Havens. Thank you so much. So, Meatball Michaelis ends up working 3 2/3. So let's just call him Miles Michaelis now that he's done. He did decently well, too. 3 2/3, 6 hits. We don't know his run total just yet. For now, it's 3 runs, all 3 earned. No walks and a strikeout. Let's see how many he does end up coming up with. Let's see who's going to take over to try to get these outs right here. Be really nice if it was Eddie Yean right here. So we don't know who the pitcher is just yet. No announcement just yet right here. No one has announced it. So let's check. Is there any media there? So we don't have an announcement just yet right here. Now pitching for your Washington Nationals is going to be Orlando Ribalta. He's going to come out of the pen right here. Ribalta is going to come out here in the 6th with the bases loaded and 1 out. So Ribalta will take over. So let's go. We're up to 661 subscribers. I didn't even see 660. Thank you so much to all these new subscribers as we're up to 661 subscribers. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. And now we're up to 662. Thank you so much, everybody, for subscribing as Disney's going to take over Orlando Ribalta. Disney, as we call him over here. Orlando Ribalta. That's me. I'm Arthur. USN saying he's back. What's up, Ultimate Sports? Orlando Ribalta in 30 games this year has a 3.90 ERA. So if we're talking about good arms out of the pen, you probably have to consider Orlando Ribalta. That's probably just one name you got to consider because in his 31st game, he has sub 4. So decent. Sloppy baseball from the Nationals, Ryan. Yeah, I mean, couple errors in the inning. Now you just got to figure it out right here. Settle back in. See it as a new inning. Figure it out from here. Slider, four-seamer, sinker, and changeup are the pitches that Orlando's going to throw. Disney will pitch here with 1 out and the bases loaded. 1 out. And Hunter Goodman to the plate. A righty-righty matchup here. First pitch from Ribalta. Swing and a miss. At a slider, it's an 0-1 count. You're welcome, District. Thank you so much for subscribing. We're up to 664 subscribers. Let's go. So to be 0-1 here, Ribalta sets. Here's the 0-1 to Goodman from Ribalta. The pitch. And that's outside, ball 1. District, when you did preview, did you expect it to play like this? Yeah, I mean, I expected a high-scoring game. Let's go. We're up to 665. So it'll be 1-1 here with 1 out. Let's go up to 666, so 3 6s in a row. It'll be a 1-1 from Disney. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out to left, but that one is well foul. Let's go. We're up to 666. Who do we think pull out the win? I think the Nationals pull it out. Pure Adrenaline Sports sends me. What's up, Stoney? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I expected high-scoring baseball. That's the thing I expected. We're now up to 667. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, I expected a high-scoring game. So you guys sure the Nationals still winning? I mean, it still can happen. Here's the 1-2 from Ribalta. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider in the dirt. And that's out number 2. Disney gets the strikeout, and that's out number 2. He strikes out one of the better hitters in baseball in Hunter Goodman. Disney goes to the curveball right there and gets him to chase. Why do you call him Disney? What's up, DN Dad? Yeah, I call him Disney because when he pitches, first off, his name's Orlando. But second of all, when he pitches, it's a roller coaster because it's going to look bad, but you'll end up in the happiest place on earth. You will end up right there in the happiest place on earth. First pitcher to Willie Castro is going to be a called strike with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. To Jones subscribed. Winter Woods, thank you for subscribing. Sergio Ramos, Faithful Fanatic. You like the NBA District? I was wondering what team you think LeBron will go to. I'll talk about that in between innings. Here comes the 0-1 to Castro. In the dirt, ball 1, so to be a 1-1 count. And welcome, District. Yeah, thanks for subscribing, Stoney. We're up to 667. We could realistically hit 670 today. So it's 1-1 here with 2 outs. Disney could use a nice little outing right here. It's looking bad. I mean, it's not looking bad just yet. It is not looking bad just yet. That is the good thing. Not looking bad at all. Coming set is going to be Disney. Here comes the 1-1 to Castro. Castro swing and a miss. It's a 1-2 count. It's looking bad, guys. I mean, not looking bad just yet. 1-2 here with 2 outs. Ribalta looks in for his sign. Ruiz now gives the pitch comm sign that he wants right here. He's clicking the button. Now Ruiz is telling him he's angry right here as Ribalta sets. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss at a changeup low. Down on strikes is Willie Castro. Disney delivers with 2 strikeouts in a row. Orlando Ribalta with 2 strikeouts. And he strands. The base is loaded. Let's go. District Nation calling 2 strikeouts in a row. That is why we call him Disney. Because he takes you to the happiest place on earth. And that usually means a couple strikeouts. There you go. Yeah, it was 2 out. It was 2 outs when you said that, USN. What's your take? Nationals or the Rockies? I'm gonna say the Nationals. Hey, Deanne, look at you. What's up, Rhino? Greetings, District Nation. How are you, sir? I'm doing great. Thanks for tuning in, Sean. Let's go. Let's go. That was awesome right there. 2 strikeouts for Orlando Ribalta, but 1 run in the inning. An error in the inning as well. You get 3 hits in the inning. We don't need to worry about that. Disney locks in, strands the bases loaded, 3 runners left on base. So we go top of the 7th, 1 run in the inning. It is now a 7-6 game. The Rockies have the lead. So we head to the top of the 7th right here. It'll be Young, Wood, and Garcia Jr. for the top of the 7th. A lot of different teams. I played baseball for a lot of different teams. I think it'd take me a while to name them all. You got 200 in this game, I think the same. Awesome stream giveaway tonight, Pots. I don't know. We'll do that at some point. Maybe we'll do those monthly. I don't know. But we're up to 667 right here in the top of the 7th. Do need to reload this screen right here so people know the score. Caden says congrats on all the subs. Certainly enjoying your play-by-play commentary so far. Thank you so much. Are you a Nats fan? Well, yes, I am a huge Nationals fan. This is YouTube's home of DC Sports, and we got the Nats jersey. I'm just wearing this hat because it's an All-Star Game hat, as Jimmy Herget will now take over. This is an All-Star Game hat from 5 years ago, 2021. Kind of crazy that's 5 years ago, but now Jimmy Herget will take over. He's a righty arm right here. So we go, he'll take over for Victor Vodnik after Vodnik works a good inning. Gets a lot of luck from the Nationals not playing well. So here we go. Vodnik ends up working an inning. He gives up a hit. First pitch from Herget to Young. And he swings and hits this one right to the shortstop, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So Young lines out on a low liner to Tovar, the shortstop, for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. So that'll bring up James Wood now. But Vodnik ends up giving up 1 hit, no runs, no strikeouts, no walks. Here we go. Herget wears stirrup pants here with black socks to match the Rockies' white jerseys. Into the line. The pitch to Wood. Slider right in there, called strike 1, so it's an 0-1 count. We're up to 669. Let's go. We're getting up to 669. So Herget into the line. The 0-1 to Wood. And Wood takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Did you play baseball at the professional level? I did not play baseball at the professional level. I think Nationals win this. I'll just say, for that purposes, he's coming to DC. He's coming to DC. Here comes the 1-1 to Wood, and that's outside, ball 2. 1-2 here, or 2-1, excuse me, 2-1 count. Well, no, I hope you don't mind. We in the same division district. I mean, one team is above the other. Won't name names, but one team is playing a little bit better. Here comes the 2-1 here. Herget into the line. The pitch to Wood. Wood swinging a fly ball. Left field, but that's going to be fouling out of play. Wood home run incoming. That'd be really nice. Go Apotaka right here. It should be at the bottom right part of the screen, I believe, but 2-2 here with 1 out. I do think the Nationals win this. So, Herget into the wind here. Here comes the 2-2 to James Wood. Wood swinging a drive, right center field. That's going to be extra bases. Rolls all the way to the wall. Wood rounding first, headed to second. He will jog in there. James Wood delivers with his second double of the evening. James Wood getting the top of the 7th going with a double. So James Wood with a 2-bagger here in the top of the 7th will quickly hit the meditation celebration in a 1-run game. So they need to get a run right here. Let's go.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
So James Wood now at second here with 1 gone, and Luis Garcia Jr. up to the plate. Herget sets. First pitch to Louis, and that's way outside. Ball 1 with a sweeper way out of the zone. So to be a 1-0 count right here is that one way outside.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
So to be 1-0 here with 1 out, top 7. Coming sets Herget. Here comes the 1-0 to Garcia. Here's the pitch. Louis swinging a line drive. Center field. That's a base hit. Dunking in front of the center fielder, Carrig, but Wood's going to stay at third. So Wood did not come home. Base hit from Louis, but now there's runners at the corners here with no 1 down now. Moving up to third is Wood. Garcia just slaps that one to center field. Wow, just slapping that one out to center. Wood had to stay at third, though. Didn't get a great jump. The Rockies can beat the Dodgers. They can beat anyone. United with AD. Interesting. Sheesh. Yep. So we go. Rockies have not been good all season. I still like the chances of Nationals coming back. Yep. So now we're going to get a pinch hitter right here. Jorbit Vivas right here with one gone. Runners at the corners. Jorbit Vivas will pinch hit for Chaparro. So Chaparro pinch hit for Tenna, and now Vivas will pinch hit for Chaparro. Jorbit Vivas. Rockies have a winning record against AL teams. Yes, they do, Kevin. They're 13-11 against AL teams. So, good there, but here we go. So, Jorbit is going to face Herget right here. Vivas with a chance to drive in a run right here. The only thing you can't do right here is ground into a double play. That is the only thing. And you got a runner on first. You have a distraction, too. So, nice right here. Just get something going right here. So here we go. Jorbit Vivas here facing Herget. Herget comes set. First pitch to Jorbit. Vivas swinging a fly ball. Third base side, and that'll be a foul ball. I know your record is 51-50. You guys are more of a buyer than a seller at the trade deadline. I really hope personally we end up buying. So that is my hope. So yeah, I think we could too. And we're up to 671 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody. Here comes the 0-1 to Vivas. Vivas swinging a miss on a changeup outside. It's an 0-2 count. 672, let's go. 0-2 here with one out. Jorbit Vivas up to the plate here. Chance for the Nationals to do some damage right here. Vivas really could use just a nice hack right here. On deck is Abrams. 2 home runs on the day. Vivas double right here. That'd be really nice. Vivas rip one in the gap. Here comes the 0-2 to Vivas. Vivas swinging a ground ball foul. We'll go 0-2 again. He fouls that one off third base side. So we go 0-2 here with one out. Let's go. We're up to 673 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in right here. Need the Nationals to take this. Yeah, it'd be really nice if they could. What's up, Dans? Thanks for tuning in, man. So to be 0-2, here's the pitch to Vivas, and that's outside ball one with a fastball. Can't clip the zone high and away. So it will be a 1-2 count now. 1-2 here with one out, top of the 7th. Nationals trail by 1. Wood, the tying run, is at third. Garcia, the go-ahead run, stands at first. I don't see why you didn't have Garcia steal at one point. Get him to second. Here's the 1-2 to Vivas. Swinging a fly ball, foul again, third base side. So do 1-2 again right here. 1-2 here with a one out in the top of the 7th. Come on, Nats right here. Let's go. Be really nice if they could Vivas could just rip one right here. Find a gap or anything right here. Coming set's going to be Herget. Here comes the 1-2 to Vivas. Outside ball 2, but the catcher Goodman wants a challenge right here. We'll check. That one looked like it was off to me. We'll get another look at it, though. Let's go up to 675 on the subs. But here we go. We'll get an ABS look. Here's the pitch. And it's a ball. And the Colorado Rockies fail a challenge. It's confirmed to be a 2-2 count. I mean, that one was outside. I don't see why Goodman wants a challenge there. He's usually consistent behind the plate, so usually he's good there. Here comes the 2-2 to Vivas. Here's the pitch. Vivas swings and fouls this one back off. Oof, catcher got hit by that one. He jumps up immediately. So you go 2-2 here with a one out. Yeah, hey, only 25. Well, yeah. The real goal is 1,000, USN. The real goal is 1,000. That is the big goal. Hit 1K. But, yeah, 700 would be cool. Herget here wants a new ball on a 2-2 count. This is an exciting game right here. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much for everybody who has tuned in. So 2-2 here is one gone. Herget steps back onto the rubber. He's at 15 pitches now. Facing Vivas. Set at the belt. The 2-2 to Vivas. Swinging a fly ball, foul again. Good AB by Vivas. He is just waiting back, fouling off pitches, waiting until he gets the one he wants. So 2-2 here with one out, top of the 7th. Vivas up to the plate right here. Coming set is Herget. Here comes the 2-2 to Jorbit Vivas. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Out to left center, going back to center fielder and left fielder. The left fielder, McCarthy, is there. He makes the catch. Wood will tag up, and this game is tied. Jorbit Vivas ties this game with a sac fly. Jorbit does what he does, hits a deep fly ball. That's all he needed to do. He scores James Wood from third. It's now the Nationals 7 and the Rockies 7. We're tied here in the top of the 7th. Wood was ready to tag up. He did exactly what he needed to do. And the Nationals tie this game.
N-A-T-S, Nats, woo!
So we're tied at 7, everybody. 14 runs in this game total. Wow. Do you think the Nationals going to win? Yep. And now we got CJ up to the plate right here. Let's go. Coming set's going to be Herget and CJ Abrams to the plate. Herget sets the pitch to Abrams. Abrams takes a fastball outside, ball 1. Yeah, boy. Yep. There you go, man. Love your energy, District. Thank you so much, Stoney. You don't know how much these comments really help me out during game. Thank you so much for the kind words. So it'll be 1-0 here with 2 outs. Coming sets Herget. Here comes the pitch to CJ. Abrams takes a fastball outside, ball 2. So, man, they're just being patient there. They don't want to throw him a good pitch right here. They're going to work him outside with the way he's been hitting today. They are not going to pitch him well into the zone. They're not going to be hanging out in the zone much. Coming set's going to be Herget. Here comes the 2-0 to CJ. Abrams fouls this one off. It's a 2-1 count. Took a good hack at that one. Abrams, 2 for 3 on the day, has a couple bombs. He had one in the first, and later in the game in the third, has another. So anything could happen right here. What a game. Much more exciting than watching the Rays take batting practice in a game. Here comes the 2-1 to CJ. Abrams takes a changeup outside, ball 3. So it'll be a 3-1. I mean, if I'm the Rockies right here, I'm intentionally walking him. It is not like you're throwing him a pitch that isn't good right here. That is my opinion, though. I'm not the manager of the Rockies, but if I were them, I'd intentionally walk him to get to Meade. Here comes the 3-1 to Abrams. Abrams takes a slider, low and inside, ball 4. So Abrams takes the ball, moves Vivas up to, or excuse me, that's not Vivas, that's Garcia who moves up to second. So now runners at first and second for Curtis Meade in a tie game. Runners at first and second now. So the manager's coming out, so it looks like Herget's day is over after 2/3 innings of work. So this could be on the day of Herget, or we just get a mound visit right here. Maybe just a mound visit. So it looks like we're just getting a mound visit right here. Just a conversations. That's a pitching coach. Unless you're a Rays fan. Yeah. Unless you're a Rays fan, that's pretty exciting. Thanks for subscribing, Ronald Pinate. Thank you so much. Great game here. What's up, Ronald? Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, we got ourselves a tie game right here. Thank you so much for subscribing. Ronald, thank you so much, man. And now the question's got to be, who do you go to in the bottom of the 7th? Do you go to Eddie Yean in this situation? Do you stick with Disney after that great 6th inning appearance? What do you do? He had a couple strikeouts. He'll have Rumfield, Karros, and Moniak. So maybe they end up going to Eddie Yean right here. But that'll bring up Curtis Meade right here. Meade will come to the plate. On the day, he's over 3, but has had a good stretch so far through the past few games. It'll be Curtis Meade to hit here. Here's the pitch, and Meade takes a slider in there. Called strike 1. Def pitched around him. Yeah, he definitely pitched around him. Did not want to pitch to him. How about them Nationals? Yeah. Last 13. Meade's hitting .431, though, so he's had a good stretch. Here comes the 0 to Meade. Meade takes a sweeper inside, ball 1. That's shot his average up to .259. He has 17 home runs on the season, 48 runs driven in. We're all knotted at 7 here in Coors Field. Let's go up to 676. Coming set is Herget. Here comes the 1-1 to Curtis Meade. Meade, check swing, did he go? They'll say he called strike 2 anyway, so it'll be a 1-2 count now. They're going to say he didn't swing. So it'll be 1-2 here with 2 outs. So it'll be 1-2 here. Here's the pitch to Meade, and that's away ball 2. 2-2 here with 2 outs. Herget has a low arm angle here. Seems like in this last AB, he may have dropped his arm angle a little bit more. Maybe that's just me. I just see he may have dropped it a little bit more. So it'll be 2-2 here with 2 outs. Coming sets Herget. It'll be a 2-2 to Meade. Here's the pitch to Curtis Meade. Meade swinging a foul ball down the third base line. How long have you been a Nationals fan, District? Man, I mean, my dad started out as a Cubs fan because that was the team he kind of grew up with. But I think since 2013, maybe. Just a long time. 13 years, maybe 14 years. A long, long time. Baseball has been a part of my life, and the Nationals have been right there, too. So it'll be 2-2 here to Curtis Meade, he's a clutch swinger, too. Anything can happen with Meade. The 2-2 swung on and missed on a slider away. Meade can't hit it that time, and that's out number 3. So that will end the inning. So Meade swings through that one. That's out number 3. 2 hits in the inning and a run. We're going to stretch here, 7th inning stretch. We're all knotted at 7, everybody, as we head to the bottom of the 7th. We're tied at 7. 2 runners left on base there. Time to stand up, stretch, sing, take me out to the ball game. We will be back in just a moment. But for now, sing, take me out to the ball game. So here we go, everybody. We are headed to the bottom of the 7th right here. We're all knotted up at 7. And here we go. The Bandit will step to the mound. Matt Crook will take over to the Nationals right here. Matt Crook. We call him the Bandit over here, so Matt Crook will take over here. The lefty, the slinger, will take over right here. Matt Crook, a decent arm out of the pen. Had a good showing yesterday against this Rockies squad. First pitch from Crook. Swinging a fly ball foul to me on 1 count. A lefty, a good slinger too. Rebalta ends up working 2/3 of an inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, and a couple strikeouts for him. Crook, first lefty out of the pen. First was Palmquist, who opened the game. Now you have Crook. Really just a sweeper and a fastball for him. The 0-1 from Crook. Swinging a ground ball foul to be an 0-2 count. In on the hands on Rumfield, so to be an 0-2 count. Thanks for subscribing, John Logan. DN was an Expos fan before he was a Nats fan. Let's go. Wow, District. Yeah. Just saw the over and under was 13 for this game. Loves Coors Field. Yep. A lot of scores scored. A lot of runs scored, Kevin. You'll see it. What's up, Nkanu? He's throwing some pancakes in there. What time do you guys play tomorrow, District? Ooh, looks like Rumfield's going to get checked on by the trainers. Looks like they hit him on the swing. Yeah. Whole lot of fun. We were up to 677 subscribers. Let's go. We are now... Ooh, that one's off his front foot. But thank you so much, everybody. And we play at 3 o'clock tomorrow, I believe. First pitch is going to be... I'll check the exact first pitch time. Let's go. We're up to 678. So bottom of the 7th here. Coming set is Crook. It'll be no 2 to Rumfield. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Right back to Crook. He fields. Fires to first. In time to Louie. He threw that one hard. But he ends up hitting it. So that's out number 1. Crook gets the out. So Matt Crook gets out number 1. Nationals bullpen. Really all the arms. You have Rebalta, who has the most games this season. Then you got Beater. You have Cornelio. But the last other arms, you have 31 games for Rebalta, 30 for Beater, and then the rest of the guys have an added up 27 games, or 26 games. That's everybody else. So that's Cornelio, Palmquist, all the other arms. Here comes the pitch, and that's low and in ball 1 to Karros, and it's a 1-0 count. Tomorrow, Stoney, let me check our game time. I'll check right now, but just subbed. What's up, CS? Thank you so much for subscribing. Here comes the 1-0 to Karros. Here's the pitch, and that's low ball 2. Tomorrow, the Nationals play at, let's check here, 3:10 p.m. So 3:10, you can check us out right here on District Nation. We'll be covering it. Coming set's going to be Crook. Here comes the 2-0. That's inside ball 3. Karros Had to get out of the way of that one. Way inside, almost gets him. Let's go. We're up to 679. Yep, Caden's right. We just said it there, but Caden says it well. 3:10 p.m. Eastern Time, 12:10 Pacific Time. I would have forgotten to correct it and add it in. So to be a 3-0 here. Coming set is Karos. Here's the 3-0. Or, excuse me, Crook throws a sinker right in there. Called strike one. The Nationals better make the playoffs. What's up, Bandits? Yeah, I mean, I think they could make the playoffs. A good team. Coming set is going to be Crook. Here comes the 3-1 to the righty, Karos. Swinging a ground ball, fouled on the line to be a 3-2 count. So 3-2 here. Went 3-0 to 3-2. Let's go Crook right here, the Bandit on the mound. It is not spelled C-R-O-O-K. It is K-R-O-O-K. Crook with a K. But we call him the Bandit. So it'll be a 3-2 here. Crook looks in for his sign here. He looks in. He's not gotten just yet. He's shaken off a couple times. I mean, we had that altercation between Rabalta and Ruiz earlier. We'll talk about that in a second. Here comes the 3-2. Low ball 4, so Crook's going to walk him. He goes to the sweeper low and out. Or low and in ball 4, so that's a walk. Can't get it that time, so that's a walk for Karos. So Crook allows a runner on base. Oh, yeah, it will because the Mets play earlier. That's awesome, Stoney. Thank you so much for tuning in tomorrow as well. Happy it's an afternoon game tomorrow. Tired of staying up to watch these games. Yeah, I don't even stay up if they're too late. I'll listen to them in bed, but I'm not going to actually stay up for the 10-10 games first pitch. I wouldn't call those. Coming set's Crook. The first pitch, swinging a fly ball out to shallow right. Excuse me, this is still on the infield, and Curtis Mead makes the catch. For out number 2, Curtis Mead makes the catch, and they're 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Who's your favorite team? Asks CS. I'm a Nationals fan, big Nats fan right here. I know people are going to ask, that is not a Rockies hat. This is from the All-Star game 5 years ago. I just thought it was cool to wear it while we were playing the Rockies in Colorado. We're now 1 subscriber away from 680, everybody. Thank you so much. So to be 2 outs now, that'll bring up Troy Johnston right here. Matt Crook trying to settle in here. Here's the pitch. That is inside, ball 1. That sweeper ran inside on him. So to be a 1-0 count. A 1-0 here with 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Johnston up to the plate here. Crook looks in for his sign here. He comes set. Here comes the 1-0. Inside, ball 2. Ran in on the hands of Johnston, so to be a 2-2 count. So to be a 2-2 here, or excuse me, 2-0 count. Missing the count here. Matt Crook has gotten his ERA down to a 9 over 10 games. Let's go. Coming set is Crook. Here's the pitch. The 2-0. Swinging a line drive through the hole in the right center field. Young was playing over towards the left, so Karos will be able to round second, head up to third. Young will fire this one towards second, so Nunez grabs it. Base hit here for Troy Johnston. There's runners at first and third now with 2 outs. Rockies threatening now. If you could add 1 player to the Nats roster, but you had to remove someone in the lineup tonight from, who would you be? I would want Jordan Walker, and I would easily throw out Jake. Actually, I don't know if I'm throwing out Young. Maybe Lyle. Jordan Walker for Lyle. Shootout in Denver tonight. What's up, Andy? Thank you so much for tuning in, Andy. Let's go. We're up to 683. We just jumped up 4 subscribers during that play. So Ezekiel Tovar will come to the plate here. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Crook comes set here. First pitch to Tovar is called. Strike 1 on the outside corner. And it is an 0-1 count. Clips the outside point. Who's your favorite player all time for the Nationals? I'll get to these questions in between innings, but yeah, I think my favorite all time has to be Trey Turner. As he's a Philly now, though. Here comes the 0-1 to Tovar. Swinging a ground ball, foul to be an 0-2 count on a low-and-in sinker to be 0-2 here. I think most games the Nats are a part of becomes shootouts. Nats can really score in bunches. Yeah, in Kanu, that makes sense, but I think a lot of games it isn't shootouts because we score a lot of runs, and a lot of our wins have been blowouts because our pitching isn't terrible, but I mean, it is. Here comes the 0-2. Crook sets the 0-2. Swing and a miss on a sweeper. Low and in. Matt Crook, the Bandit, gets the strikeout, and that's out number 3. Matt Crook delivers here in the bottom of the 7th with a scoreless inning. Crook continues to prove to be a tough part of our bullpen, and that ends the inning. So 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. We're through 7, and we're tied at 7 as we head to the top of the 8th. It'll be Lyle, Ruiz, and Smuñez for the Nationals in the top of the 8th as we head to the 8th inning. Wow. Matt Crook showing off. He wants to be a part of this bullpen right here. A guy who came over to the team after only pitching with the Athletics 5 games, 3 2/3 innings worked. He gave up 7 runs. He comes over here, doesn't do well his first stint with the team, comes back. He's a new man. He's a new man since coming back. Let's go. We're up to 684. If we hit 700 tonight, we'll do a giveaway. How about that? So let's go to the top of the 8th, everybody. I mean, I would say it's shootouts, but a lot of our wins this year have been because we score a lot of runs, and it's not even a save situation. We can go to Orlando Revolta in the 9th or Clayton Beater, and they don't need to work that hard. So Eric Mejia is going to take over here in the top of the 8th after Herget works an inning. Let's go, Crook. Yep. Thanks, Crook Cooking. Yeah, what's up, Vincent? Thank you so much for tuning in. Crook Cooking right there. Matt Crook. Have a day, Crook. So here we go, top of the 8th. So here we go, top 8. Tied at 7. Juan Mejia. I keep forgetting his name isn't Eric Mejia. It's Juan Mejia. I always get it messed up, to be honest. But Mejia is going to take over right here. Mejia will take over right here. So he pitched in the 8th last game, gave up a hit, but got out of it 1, 2, 3 after the hit. He was able to get a double play. So whatever works. Excuse me, he caught Young stealing. He didn't get a double play. So Mejia will pitch here in the 8th. After Herget works an inning, he ends up giving up 1 run, which is what they didn't need him to do. He gives up 2 hits and a run, a walk, and a strikeout. So we go Mejia here for the 8th, a right-handed arm, another righty out of the pen. So we go top 8. Here's the pitch to Lyle, and that's called. Strike 1, top part of the zone. Way to go, Nationals. Yeah, Ronald, let's go. I'll have both you stream Sinbin streams tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Deanna. Oh, it's okay, Nkanu, it's okay. Coming set is Mejia. Here's the pitch to Lyle, and Lyle takes a pitch outside, ball 1. I like that we score a lot of runs. It's just our bullpen is not great. Are you using OBS or StreamYard? I'm using OBS right now. Coming set is going to be Mejia. Here comes the 1-1 to Dalen Lyle. Lyle swinging. He pops this one up. Foul ground. Third baseman checks on it, but it goes out of play. So it'll be a 1-2 count. Deanna's crushing it. Rising to the top. Like and sub it up, people. Thank you so much, Rhino. Listen to Rhino, everybody. We're getting close to 700 right here. So it'll be 1-2 here with no one out. Top 8. Hot take, Nats trade for Mason Miller, Hunter Gaddis, the trade deadline. I'd like Miller. Coming set is going to be Mejia. Here comes the 1-2 to Lyle. Lyle swings and fouls this one off. I don't think we're going to end up trading for a guy like Miller. I could see Eric O'Brien in our future, a guy like him. Eric O'Brien, maybe an easier arm. I like Luke Weaver. I would love Luke Weaver right about now. Set him up with Matt Crook, Tom Cosgrove, Luke Weaver. 7-8-9 punch. You can throw maybe Eddie Yean on the outskirts of that. The 1-2. Lyle swinging a miss on a sweeper low part of the zone. Mejia gets him to chase that one. That's out number 1, and Mejia gets a strikeout for out number 1. Lyle strikes out swinging. So there's 1 gone here in the top of the 8th. That'll now bring up K-Barrett Ruiz here. He's 0-2 on the day. Ruiz will get an opportunity right here. Think this game will go to extra innings, DM? Yeah. Honestly, I'm 50-50 on this right now. Let's go. We're up to 686. The pitch to Ruiz is way outside. Ball 1 with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. So it'll be a 1-0 count. That one is way out of the zone.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
So it'll be 1-0 here. Coming set's going to be Mejia. Here comes the 1-0 to K-Barrett. Ruiz takes another fastball outside, ball 2. I'd like Ruiz to get a pitch he likes right here. 2-0 here with 1 out to Ruiz. 2-0 here with 1 out. Mejia comes set. He waits. Here's the pitch to Ruiz. Ruiz slaps this one out to left center field. Ranging over to left fielder McCarthy, and he makes a sliding catch for out number 2. What a play by Jake McCarthy in the left center gap. Robs K-Barrett Ruiz of extra bases probably right there to the left center gap. What a catch by McCarthy right there. Ruiz slaps it out to right center. Amazing play. Sliding catch towards the left center gap. Probably a double if he doesn't make that catch. Dynamite Harry Doyle drop in. Dynamite drop in, Monty. Man, that broadcast score is really paying off. So here we go. It'll be Nasim Nunez with 2 outs right here in the top of the 8th. Mejia sets. Here comes the first pitch to Nunez. Nunez takes a fastball right in there, called strike 1. Can we get a Nationals win? I would really like a Nationals win right here. Let's go. We're up to 687. Mejia looks in for his sign right here. He comes set. Here comes the 0-1 to Nunez. Nunez takes a fastball upstairs, ball 1. So it will be a 1-1 count now. Nasim Nunez, 251 average, 1 home run, 28 runs driven in. A very fast runner, though. Mejia comes set. Here comes the 1-1 to Nunez. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. This is to the first baseman. He throws to the first pitcher. Mejia covering in time for out number 3, and Nunez is down on the ground out, so that will end the inning. So a 3-1 ground out for Nunez. 1-2-3, Mejia gets out of it. We will head to the bottom of the 8th, everybody. Nationals need to hold them right here. Let's see who they go to right here. Not a surprise if they go to Cosgrove right here, if they go to Tom Cosgrove. I would not be surprised if they go to 10-pitch Cosgrove right here. So here we go. Cosgrove could take over right here. I'd like to see him right here in a clutch situation. Get guys work. But by this point in the season, we're not just giving guys opportunities. This is a time now where you got to win. This is a time where you got to win. So you got to go to your best arms right here, your best situation, pick out your best arms, go to them. This is no longer get this guy exposure in this situation. No. We're at a point where we're a couple games out of the wild card in July. It is time to really try to win games. Curtis Mead for the home run and a Nationals win. Let's go. What's up, Steve? Thank you so much for tuning in. Loving people drop the guys like Curtis Mead instead of just Abrams and Wood. So here we go. Bottom of the 8th. It'll be the top of the order. So McCarthy, Carrig, and Goodman. Whoever it's going to be, it's got to be a comp. Oh, boy. Clayton Beeter was just put into the game. Clayton Beeter to take on the 8th. So Crook ends up working an inning. He does very well. I mean, he gives up a hit. No runs, a walk, and a strikeout. I mean, he did what they needed him to do as Beeter will take over here. Let's go. We're up to 688. So here we go. Bottom of the 8th inning, tied at 7. Beeter's going to have McCarthy, Carrig, and Goodman. 3 very good hitters in the bottom of the 8th. McCarthy brings a good average. Goodman is just a power guy. Yeah, 7-7 Redskins versus Broncos. What's up, Trisk? Thank you so much for tuning in. Trisk in the house. Got to drop it sometimes. Yeah, Commanders, Broncos. Well, Nats, Rockies here. Thinking the wrong sport. We got a couple touchdowns that succeeded with an extra point. So here we go. Bottom of the 8th right here. McCarthy's going to lead it off for the Rockies right here in the bottom of the 8th. Like number, Roger Maris home run. Ooh, nice number right there. Way to drop the number. So Clayton Beeter will take over right here. We got over 200 people in the chat. Let's go, everybody. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We're up to 61 likes as well. So everybody, like and subscribe. And we're over 1K on the views total. Beeter sets. First pitch to McCarthy. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Abrams is playing right there. Fires it to first in time for out number 1. So there's 1 gone here in the bottom of the 8th. Let's go. So 1 out here. Fastball and slider is really all you're going to get from Beeter this year. Abrams is listed as a top trade candidate. Why would they deal him? Exactly, Kevin. I completely agree with you. Why would you deal him? He has been great, and there's no reason to because he's the guy you probably want to build a team around. Him, Wood, maybe even Luis Garcia Jr., guys who have just been playing better this year. Coming set is Beeter, hands held high. First pitch here to Carrig. And that's outside, ball 1 with a fastball at 96 miles an hour. Should be a 1-0 count. Who do you have winning? I have the Nationals winning. You a hockey fan as well? Not really. I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't really call it for the channel. So 1-0 here with 1 out. Beeter sets. Here comes the 1-0 to Carrig. Here's the pitch. And that is called strike 1 on a slider. So to be a 1-1 count now. That one did clip the zone looking at the replay with that 86 mile an hour slider. So it will be a 1-1 count now. Coming set is Beeter. Here comes the 1-1 to Carrig. Here's the pitch. Called! Strike two, the slider top part of the zone is a 1-2 count. Carrick did not like the call that time. He's being successful today. 3 singles, an RBI, a stolen base. He's 3 for 4 on the day. Having a good day so far. So to be 1-2 here with a 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. Carrick up to the plate here. Cole Carrick spelled with 2 G's. His average this year over 300 at 304 through 112 AB. So it'll be a 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, and he throws his bat as that one is into shallow right, going out as Nunez, coming in as Wood, and James Wood makes the catch for out number 2. So there's 2 outs now. Wow, Cole Carrick on that fly ball threw his bat down the first base line, practically threw it farther than he ran, so that's out number 2. 2 outs here, and that'll now bring up Hunter Goodman, possibly the hardest out of this inning. So let's go. We're at 690 now. We could possibly hit 700 today. Beater steps onto the rubber here. He comes set. First pitch here to Hunter Goodman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. It's an 0-1 count. Hockey can be tough to call because it moves along quickly. Yeah, same with basketball, but I enjoy calling basketball and watching it because it's quick, and that's the reason I enjoy it. Coming set is Beater. Here comes the 0-1 to Goodman. That's upstairs, ball 1, so it'll be a 1-1 count. I like the slowness of baseball. And then football, I like the strategicness, and basketball, the speed. 3 different reasons for my 3 favorite sports. Let's go. We're up to 691 now. Coming set is going to be Beater. It'll be a 1-1 to Goodman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider, and it's a 1-2 now. 1-2 here with 2 outs. Let's go. We're up to 692. So, Beater looks in for his sign. He's got it, and he comes set. It'll be a 1-2 here to Goodman. Beater sets. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 2. Gets away from Ruiz, hops up, and leaves Ruiz. So, it will be a 2-2 count here with 2 outs. Beater on the mound. He's at 9 pitches now. A nice inning here would be great for the Nationals right here. 2-2 here with 2 outs. We could hit midnight tonight now and still be streaming, but, not bad at all. So coming set is going to be Beater. Coming set's Beater. Here's the 2-2. Low ball 3, so it's a 3-2 count now. 3-2 here with 3-2. Willie Castro's our man on deck. He's 1 for 4 on the day, so a lot of ABs for all these guys in a high-scoring game. 14 runs have been scored, so a lot of runs. Hunter Goodman up to the plate, starting all-star, so he was great first half. It'll be a 3-2. Here's the pitch to Goodman. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out to left. Going back is Lyle at the track. At the wall. It's gone. It's gone. Hunter Goodman, a home run. The guy to blow it was Clayton Beater. I would like to welcome you all, because you're all here, to the Washington Nationals bullpen. Home run for Hunter Goodman, and the Rockies have an 8-7 lead, so they'll have their possible closer coming out for the 9th. So, Hunter Goodman goes yard. It's an 8-7 game. A low breaking ball for Clayton Beater. That's 2 games in a row. Beater's coming out and blown it. So, another one by Beater. I was nervous when we went to Clayton Beater. So, let's go. We're up to 693, but it's now an 8-7 game. Sean's here, says booyah. Yeah, Goodman with a home run. Beater sets. Here's the first pitch to Willie Castro. Swinging a fly ball, foul to be an 0-1 count. Could be worse. You could root for the Jays. Yeah. Man, not the best outcome right there. Goodman, home run number 31, RBI number 57. Beater will get a new ball put into play. 0-1 here with 2 outs. Home run for Hunter Goodman. So coming set here is Beater. Here comes the 0-1 to Castro. Called. So, ball? Yeah, Ruiz challenged that. You got to challenge that. So, they're going to challenge this one. We'll get an ABS challenge. Here's the pitch. And it is a strike, so that'll be overturned to an 0-2 count. One thing went through my head when we brought in Clayton Beater. One thing went through my head, and it was...
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
And it did, in fact, not pay off for us. So, coming set here is Beater. Here comes the 0-2 to Castro. Swinging a fly ball, foul to be 0-2 again. The Nationals' signature move, yeah. Let's go. We're up to 694. We could realistically hit 700, everybody. So please hit that subscribe button if you're not already. I hate our bullpen sometimes. Yeah, I get it. It is the bullpen, man, and our offense is so good. So coming set here is Beater. Here comes the 0-2 to Castro. That's in the dirt ball 1. And it really was Beater. Second time in a row. So now, oh, wow, they're going to warm up Jordan Romano right now. Jordan Romano is going to warm up right here. So once again, a 2-strike situation. And Beater gives up a bomb. Here's the 1-2 to Goodman, or Castro, and he hits a fly ball. Out to center, going back is Young. Onto the track. He makes the catch, a step onto the track for out number 3. And that will end the inning. But 1 run in the inning. It is a home run from Hunter Goodman. 1 hit, no runners left on base. We head to the 9th, everybody. It's an 8-7 game. Rockies have the lead. Looks like it's going to be Jordan Romano for the 9th inning right here for the Rockies. Jordan Romano. Kind of an old guy right there. So, Jordan Romano. 7.11 ERA, 0-2 on the year, 16 games. He has 6 saves this year. He's 6 of 8 on save opportunities, 12 innings worked, 12 2/3, 10 runs given up. 7. Let's go. We're up to 696. We can hit 700 right here, everybody. Hit that subscribe button right now. Thank you so much, and hit that subscribe button. Yeah. So here we go. Top of the 9th, Romano is probably going to take over here for the Colorado Rockies. We'll have Young, Wood, and Luis Garcia Jr. to hit in the 9th. Let's go Nats right here. Hope the Nationals get a run. Exactly. Last leg, let's do it. Thank you so much to everyone who's hit that subscribe button. We are now 4 away from 700. But yeah, that's there. Here we go. Right here, top of the 9th. It looks like it will be Jordan Romano for the 9th. How do we feel about Romano? I mean, decent pitcher. Let's go. We're up to 698. Just slingshot a couple subscribers. 2 more. So Romano's going to take over right here for Juan Mejia. Jordan Romano, a 7.11 ERA. He'll take over for the 9th after Mejia works a good 8th inning. He has a strikeout and then no runs, no hits, no walks. So that's the 4th righty out of the pen. Now, we're 2 subscribers away from 700, everybody, so please hit that subscribe button if you have not anyway. If you haven't just yet, hit that subscribe button, completely free, and it helps out the channel. So, here we go, everybody. Let's go Nats, says Ronald. Yeah, let's go Nats. What's up, your boy Zach? I would like a run too, man. I would like a run. So, Jordan Romano here. 17th game, he has a 7.11 ERA. So we go top of the 9th. Jacob Young probably going to lead off here unless we get a pinch hitter. Coming set to Romano. They will not pinch hit. Here's the pitch to Young. And that is called. Strike 1 with a fastball upstairs. It's 0-1 count. This guy was a premier closer a little bit ago. So a little bit ago, maybe a minute ago. Now he's Jordan Romano. Coming set to going to be Romano. Here comes the 0-1 to Young. Swinging a fly ball. Out to right, but the right fielder Johnson is there, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 out here. Let's go! We just hit 700 subscribers, but there you go. That is out number 1. Jacob Young flies out. But thank you so much for 700 subscribers. So James Wood will come to the plate here. Did you turn on donations? Yeah, I did. So they are there now. 700. Let's go. Thank you so much, Bandits. Yay. Here we go. James Wood, the pitch from Romano, and Wood takes a slider in there called strike 1. Shawnelio, Eduardo, Reed, a lot of people here. Dakota, Jerry, Dakota, Morgan. Thank you so much, everybody. We're up to 702 now. Let's go. Here comes the 0-1 to Wood. Wood takes a slider in the dirt ball. It'd be nice to get a run here for 700. Be nice to get a run. So it'll be 1-1 here with 1 out. Congrats on 700 subs. Thank you so much, Inkanu, Caden, Sinbin. Thank you so much, everybody. USN, thank you so much. So to be a 1-1. Here's the pitch to Wood. Wood takes a pitch outside, ball 2 on a slider. So to be a 2-1 count. 2-1 here with 1 out. Top of the 9th. Romano has his glove over his pitch comm device, and then he comes set. He brings his hand over his ear. Here comes the 2-1 to Wood. Wood swinging a foul ball to be a 2-2 count. Took a good hack at that one. Should be 2-2 here to James Wood. 28 home runs on the season. Not foreshadowing anything. Just relaying the number. 28 home runs. Not saying anything right there. So to be a 2-2 here to James Wood. Coming set is going to be Romano. Here's the 2-2 to Wood. Swing and a miss on a slider, and James Wood is down swinging. And there's 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. The last hope for the Nationals will be Luis Garcia Jr. 1 run right here. That's all you need. 1 run. Over 300 in the chat. Hit the like. Thank you, Trish, for that reminder. Yeah. 2 outs now. That'll bring up Luis Garcia Jr. Louis will come to the plate here against Jordan Romano. He's trying to record his 7th save, but the Nationals right here can put runs on the board. The pitch to Garcia is inside. Ball 1 with a slider, so to be a 1-0 count. Joining from Denver, what's up? Thank you so much. Not some hitters better than last year. Actually fun to watch. Thank you, Sean, for joining. Here comes the 1-0 to Garcia. Garcia fouls this one off. That's a pitch out of the zone on a slider, so to be a 1-1 count. He fouls that one away, so to be a 1-1 count now with a 1 out in the top of the ninth. So 1-1 here. Romano looks in for a sign. He's got it, and he comes set. The pitch to Garcia. Garcia swings and fouls this one away, and now the Nationals are down to their final strike right here. So 1-2 here with 2 outs. Garcia fouled back that breaking ball. Romano facing Garcia. Romano has his hand over his pitch column. Now he's got what he wants. He'll go now to the set position. It'll be a 1-2 to Garcia. He sets the 1-2 to Louis. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. And the Rockies actually win a game. 41-62. The Nationals fall to 51-51. So the Nationals do lose this one. The series is now tied at 1. So that will end the game, everybody. Final score, Rockies 8, Nationals 7. So the Nationals cannot secure the win. They lose 8-7. So there you go. That ends it, everybody. Let's go. We hit 703 subscribers, by the way. Thank you so much to every one of you. But, all right. Final score, 8-7. Final score. So, it's just tough. It's tough. In the 8th inning, we bring in Clayton Beater. He has not been a great guy this year. So, he has not been a great guy. And this bullpen is just, it struggles. And I think at some point, you got to ask the question that we are a good team. We are a very good offense. We have decent starters. Cade Cavalli, when Jake Irvin comes back. Foster Griffin, an all-star starter. Andrew Alvarez, pretty good. Zach Littell even has his moments. But, yeah, and that's what you get. The bullpen does that. And you had a good outing from the other parts of the bullpen. Rabalta has a great outing. Crook, the bandit, has a great outing. Caden says, well, congrats for subs, and thanks for the stream. Thank you so much, man. Yep. I like your background. Thanks, Trisk. Actually, AI Generation was really cool. But, yeah, just tough. Just tough for this team. I mean, we'll be back tomorrow. That's the thing. You got your ace on the mound. You got Cade Cavalli on the mound tomorrow, your best pitcher, and it's going to be tough. You just got to figure it out. You got to figure it out by this point. And this team is good. This team is going to be good. Maybe trade Do not trade Abrams for a closer. I think better, you got to just have someone like Pickney or Christian Franklin, one of those guys, traded for a bullpen arm, if any. So that will end the stream, everybody. That's the Nats bullpen for you. The Nats bullpen. Hogan's Hero says, great comedy tonight, DN. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just a reminder, we'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Washington Nationals baseball. We're going to start the stream at 2:55, 3 p.m., 3:10. First pitch, so you can tune in for that. 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Pacific. But please tune in for that when the Washington Nationals take on the Rockies for the series finale, man. Just not a good game. It's just the bullpen. And it's really Clean Beater. Clean Beater's the one to just not get it in the end. But we saw good stuff. We saw Matt Crook do very well. And I think at some point you got to ask the question. That's Hunter Goodman, who has 30 home runs on the year. He is a very good hitter. He's an all-star. Is there any arm you can bring in that won't give that up? So, yeah, those are questions you got to ask. Questions you got to ask, and sometimes you may not have an answer to because there's truth in asking the question that this bullpen really doesn't have a guy. This doesn't have a guy. We have Matt Crook. We have these guys who can win sometimes. So, yeah, you can win sometimes. And Kanu says, have a nice night, folks. Thank you so much, everybody. Remember, 3 p.m. tomorrow, you can tune in for Nationals baseball. But, yeah, you got to ask the question at some point, is there a guy you can put into that situation? So here we go. I'm going to get us set up here to end the night. But thank you so much for tuning in. It's just the bullpen, everybody. Just the bullpen. It's really just the bullpen by this point. But thank you so much. Looks like really no one else is really live right now, so I'm the last one here. So looks like that's how we're going to end the night. Or we can head over. I don't think Bombers is going to let me redirect, so I'm going to put a link in the chat there, but that's going to be where we head here. You can head over there. Tell him District Nation sent you if you want to redirect right there. He's covering some baseball there. I don't think it will let me redirect to him, so there's your redirect link. Thank you so much, everybody who tuned in. Final score, Rockies 8, Nationals 7. So, not a great game. You can't get the win, but there you go. So, there's your redirect link, everybody. Tell them District Nation sent you. I will see you soon right here on District Nation tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, for more Nationals Rockies action. So, a lot of troubles in this game, but still, an Abrams 2-homer game. Got to look on the bright side. Matt Crook with a good outing. So thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow so you can watch the best offense in the league, the Washington Nationals, play tomorrow. Hope to see you soon, everybody. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll see you soon right here on District Nation, YouTube's home of DC Sports. As usual, today's broadcast was brought to you by Watch It Fly Media. So head over to Bombers Game Mike. This is District Nation. Final score, Nationals 8, Rocky 7. I will see you soon, everybody.
This has been a broadcast of Sports Live play-by-play on District Nation, YouTube's home of DC Sports, home of the most Nationals, Wizards, and Commanders content. Brought to you by Watch It Fly Media. We'll see you soon, right here on District Nation.